News for local news you can trust.
Your teenage years are full of unknowns. Your bank shouldn't be one of them. With People's Bank Teen Access Checking, account holders can build healthy money habits while learning to manage their spending. There are no monthly service charges, no balance requirements, and if the parent or guardian has an existing People's Bank account, adding Teen Access takes less than 10 minutes. You know your teen, we know banking. Teen Access Checking from People's Bank. Easy for them, easier for you. Member FDIC.
It's the Sox's bats here in the bottom of the first. Bellingham leads 1-0. Smith, give us a reminder.
It's Raphael Dunn in the leadoff spot, as always, over at second base. Then you got Noah Fields in right field, your beer batter today. Then batting third, Landon White at first. Ryder Young after him, Aiden Lopez, Zach Doyle, James Castanola, Akani Owajuni, and Bryce Hampton in the 9-hole.
Zimmerman on the mound fires his first offering. Dunn takes on the outer half for a strike.
And Zimmerman 6'6", and you can tell from the left side he is a giant.
No balls on one strike. The windup and the pitch. Check swing does not go around. It skips away from Moss for ball one.
And he's got kind of a slow delivery. Granted, there's a lot of him. 6'6" and 210 pounds. It's hard to get that all moving downhill.
And of course, here at the Paul Thomas Mound, you really have to get downhill. The 1-1. Dunn slaps it through the 6-hole for a base hit. What a way to start off this ball game for the Sox.
Add 25 games, make it 26 straight games for Raphael Dunn reaching base. Is this kid special or what?
Number 15,
and now he ties Landon White with most hits at 37. Not just enjoying the team late on top of that. Here's Noah Fields. Fields with the Sox last year in 2025. It was a midseason signing. The first pitch to the righty. Instead, he goes over to first and tries to catch Dunn sleeping.
Yeah, Fields has got no batting gloves today. I think that might be the first time I've seen that from him, so might be trying something new.
Fields crowding the plate and the first offering from Zimmerman. Instead, he steps over to first, fires, and Dunn in safely. A good pickoff move there.
And Fields, he's 2 for 8 so far in the past 2 games against Bellingham. So batting, 250.
Zimmerman peers in, left arm dangling, comes set at the belt. The first offering to Fields. He swings and drives one out to the center field. Schenkel ranging back, squeezes it for out number 1. Like the approach there, got a good barrel, but just a bit under that high fastball.
the first baseman, number 22,
Landon White now. The man who is now tied with Raphael Dunn for hits at 37. Bats .314, an all-star selection. Went up to Victoria earlier this summer. Pickoff move over to first. Dunn slides in safe.
Yeah, White going to the All-Star game. Didn't get a hit, though. Neither did Dunn. Neither did Santiago. Dunn, in fact, had an error in the All-Star game as well.
Dunn, a speedster over at first as Zimmerman steps off. So, don't blame him for checking over there and keeping Dunn honest.
Yeah, 17 stolen bases for him. He's 5th in a WCL for swipes.
Zimmerman set. The lefty, the breath in the pitch. White skips it up the middle, trickles through for a base hit, and Dunn chops up short over at second base.
That ball just kind of stung off the bat of White, and it almost clipped the corner of second base. That would have been bad if it's, half a foot more to the right, because it might have hit off second and bounced right to Hattori at short. It's one of those kind of unfortunate things, but lucky for Landon White, he sneaks right past second into the outfield. Now 2 runners on, only 1 out.
It's Ryder Young's turn. Teammates with White, as well as Santiago, who is not in the lineup today. Santiago wearing a wrist brace pregame today. As Zimmerman peers in, gets the sign, takes a breath, reaches back and deals. Young swings through it for a strike.
Yeah, new piece of lumber for Young today. Not the torpedo bat. It's an all-black bat with a white tape job on it.
No balls, one strike. The pitch. Outside in the dirt, ball one.
That's a bomb bat for Young. Not the traditional wood bat, but probably a little bit more pop in it. And he showed off the pop last night. Solo home run in the bottom of the ninth.
Yeah, clutch situation there. Gave the Sox, a light at the end of the tunnel, but just could not get the job done. The 1-1. He slaps this foul for strike two.
And with that home run last night, it's an 8-game on-base streak for Ryder Young. So, got to the Sox, been playing a few games, and maybe not having the greatest offensive performance, only batting $167, but still getting on base when it matters.
1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. Runners at first and second base. Bellingham leads 1-0. Zimmerman's 1-2 pitch. Young chops it over to short. Hattori fires to second. The throw to first. Got him. A 6-4-3 double play to end the first inning. The Sox leave 1 man on after 2 hits, no errors, and no runs. Bellingham leads 1-0 as we head to the second here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Jeff is back from the Country Inn Family Restaurant. You have prime rib on Friday and Saturday.
Always Friday and Saturday. He's tired of barbecuing. Come on out and let me do the cooking. We got slow roasted prime rib served up Friday and Saturday night. I start serving it around 3:30, 4 o'clock until we run out.
And remember, if you're hungry like me, early in the morning, guess who's open up for breakfast 7 days a week?
Down here at the Country Inn.
Off Valley Mall Parkway in East Wenatchee, the Country Inn Family Restaurant. How long have you been in business?
Going on over 40 years, since 1975.
Thanks, Jeff.
Hey, Dave, you take care.
Chad and Amanda with Holidays Custom Muffler wish the AppleSox the best on the field this season. If you're in need of muffler work, visit Holidays Custom Muffler. They work on all cars, trucks, motorhomes, and more. Holidays provides free estimates, affordable solutions, and they guarantee their work. For an appointment, call 509-888-0128 or stop in at 400 South Columbia Street in Wenatchee.
Hi, this is Josh from American Shoe Shop. I want to say thank you, Wenatchee. Thank you for continuing to choose us for your footwear needs. Thank you for trusting us to clean, shine, protect, or even stitch or stretch your favorite pair of shoes or boots. Thank you for giving us the time to size your feet correctly to find your next favorite pair. Thank you for supporting American Shoe Shop the same way we hope our shoes are supporting you. American Shoe Shop, downtown Wenatchee, serving your footwear needs since 1920.
Top of the second inning, Jackson Dodd Smith, Sly, happy to have you on this Sunday afternoon as Bellingham leads 1-0 in Game 3. DeMarco's first pitch to Bo Schinkel, a wave and a miss for strike one. Schinkel bats .327 with 17 hits this season. Also a threat on the base paths with 8 stolen bags. The 0-1. Two-seam flips the inner half for strike two.
89 miles an hour for DeMarco on the two-seam. And his velocity has been higher than what we've seen from him, but still up to 90.
The 0-2 pitch from the righty. Skips in the dirt off of Owoduni's shin guards for ball one.
That's something we've seen from kind of all the pitchers for the AppleSox this year. High velocity and a high usage of the fastball as well. They are not afraid to attack the zone.
The 1-2 pitch. Scooped out to shallow left field. Young ranging in and hauls it in for out number one. Brings up Tyler Peschke, the third baseman for the Bells.
Third baseman, number 22.
And like you said earlier, Smith, Bellingham really fielding the same lineup in this whole entire series as the Sox interchange some of their guys. DeMarco from the windup steps back and fires. First pitch popped up in foul territory. White ranging back towards the bullpen of the Bells, squeezes it for out number two.
What a play there. Yeah, quick 2 outs now. You gave up 1 run in the first off for, basically a mistake, a balk to balk home a run. Now you got a quick pair of outs. That's just what the doctor ordered.
And now it's Ramonic Kibon. 6 hits in total on the season. 2 of those are doubles. As DeMarco steps and fires, he takes the first pitch for a strike. After not the ideal start in the first, DeMarco looks to bounce back. The 0-1 wave and a miss for a strike 2.
You mentioned the Sox changing up the lineup a lot. That's part of what this league is about. You know, you have rosters that are really big and a lot of guys from a lot of different positions. You mix people in.
The 0-2 pitch from the righty. Flared foul towards the concession stand, then the count stays 0-2.
And, you know, the roster for the Sox, bigger than most college programs, bigger than most MLB programs as well. Like, it's just, you have a same amount of players, you got to rotate them all in.
The 0-2. Yanked down the first baseline. They'll say it's foul, and I'll go back and do it again.
And we talk about the catcher rotation for the Sox. You know, Oweduni, Podstroleni, and Murasaki at the moment. Also had Joe Coupland at one point, and Jake Overstreet as well. So you have just a plethora of catchers they are running through. Same thing with pitchers as well. A lot of pitchers.
DeMarco agreed to the sign and fires. Fastball swung on in the dirt. Oweduni fires the first, but it's offline, and just like that, the Bells have a runner on with 2 outs.
I feel bad for Oweduni there. You know, the pitch was spiked in the dirt. I mean, it was a good swing and miss pitch from DeMarco. You know, you can't blame him for having it in the dirt there. And then Oweduni just wears it, like, basically right off of the face mask, and then didn't know where it went because it hits like your face mask, careens somewhere, and you have the mask on. You don't know where exactly it went. And, you know, DeMarco tried to go and pick it up, but it ended up being Oweduni who got to it first, and then just not in time to get the throw down. So, he got the strikeout. So, it's the first strikeout tonight for DeMarco, but still allows a base runner on.
Here's Dylan Moss as DeMarco looks to finish off the inning. Moss catching balls and strikes today for the Bells. Did so in Game 1, a rest in Game 2. The first pitch, outside, ball 1.
Yeah, Moss, another one of the young guys on the Bells lineup, incoming freshman, going to Stanford. They have a lot of young guys committed to some pretty high-level baseball schools.
DeMarco from the stretch fires another thrown bat for strike 1.
I don't know if it's just that DeMarco's that nasty or if they just didn't put any pine tar on the bats, but, I mean, they just can't seem to hold on to the twigs.
You can tell pitching coach Quincy Vassar a little annoyed at the fact that that keeps on happening. Gets a fresh set of pine tar. You have pine tar, you also have some of the sticky spray, which is just a, aerosol version of it.
Yeah. The fans are probably glad they have the netting there behind home plate. Back in the day, you didn't have that. So, you're just in the line of fire.
Count even at 1s with a runner over at first and 2 outs. From the stretch, DeMarco, the breath in the pitch. Fastball skipped outside, and an easy swiped bag for Ramone Kibon.
And think about the fact that players used to also not wear helmets. The game was a lot more dangerous back in the day, Fans in danger, players in danger. It made it a lot safer now.
And it makes baseball easier to watch, also easier to play in the sense of safety. And here's the 2-1 with the runner in scoring position. Fastball dotted for strike 2.
Yeah, Moss is really choked up on his bat, even though he didn't have 2 strikes. Now he does, but looking for more of a contact swing against DeMarco.
He's got 2 outs, runner in scoring position. DeMarco looking to finish off the Bells. Here's his pitch. Fastball, a hair high, taking the count to full.
And DeMarco showing some struggles here with his commands with 2 outs. Concentration basically being lost.
DeMarco set at the belly button. And the payoff pitch. Deflected straight back, and the count stays full. And DeMarco did not let a single runner reach second base in his last outing. And, of course, with Ramone Kibon over at second now, it breaks up that streak. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner over at second base. DeMarco Gets the sign from Owoduni. Looks over at second. Takes a breath and fires. This pitch high, ball 4. And a runner on first and second base.
Concentration walk. You had 2 outs. You're able to strike out Keybon, and that was unfortunate. That was just a drop third strike. You don't get the out, whatever. Then you have a pass ball to move him into second, and now you walk Dylan Moss. It's the second quality at bat for the Bells today. You can't allow that to happen if you're DeMarco.
KG Hattori, the 9th man spot. He's at shortstop. The first pitch. Flared out of play, moving the count to 0-1.
Yeah, Tori, another guy, young kid, incoming freshman, going to another good California baseball school, Cal Poly, the Mustangs.
And something about the Bells, especially with incoming freshmen. Runners at first and second. 2 outs, an 0-1 count. DeMarco working from the stretch. He steps off the bag. Wipes his forehead, gathers his composure. DeMarco with 35 pitches. In his last outing, he had 71, and that was in 7 innings. So we're already halfway there. A pickoff play. Hampton breaks for a second. The throw is not in time, and Keybon's in there safely.
And you talk about the pull that Bellingham has with some high-level players, specifically from California. 7 of their 9 starters today are from California.
Call it the West Coast League for a reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
No balls and 1 strike. The Goodyear native. The breath in the pitch. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball for strike 2.
And the fastball's pretty electric for him, up to, the low 90s, and the breaking ball, he can drop down to 77. So that's why he's going to go pitch at the Division I level next year.
And going to St. Mary's, wishing the best of luck there. A slight shift in the infield, the right side playing farther back than the left. The 0-2 fought off the hands and kicks off the screen protecting the AppleSox dugout. Count stays, no balls and 2 strikes.
And how stoic is Quincy Vassar? He was standing right there. He's not protected by the screen at all, but he just could tell that wasn't going to hit him. It was about 2 feet to his right, and he just did not flinch.
Veteran move there, the strikeout leader for the Sox. The longtime player before becoming the pitching coach. DeMarco's 0-2 lined up the middle. It'll skip into the glove of Doyle. The run gonna come in home. It kicks off him. He's gonna score the throw to third, not in time as well. And Bellingham picks up another run off an RBI single by KG Hattori.
Mistakes carrying over from last night. The Bells leading 2-0 now. Doyle came up with that ball, and the throw way offline. And he was kind of a yard sale throw. That's one of those ones where you can't rush it. And that's kind of what Doyle did. He rushed the throw because he knew that he needed to beat him to the base, but ended up throwing it away. It hits off the runner. And then Owoduni unable to get Moss going into third. So just everything came up Bellingham there. Nothing came up the Sox.
An unfortunate play there. And right now, pitching coach Quincy Vassar going to go talk to Marco. And this mound visit brought to you by Banner Bank. At Banner Bank, we're excited to cheer on the Wenatchee AppleSox at home and away games. Banner Bank, member FDIC. We're huge fans of local sports in the community and proud to support AppleSox baseball. We hope to see you at the ballpark. Banner Bank, member FDIC. Also, thank you to Buddy's Home Furnishing. Buddy's Home Furnishing has furniture, home electronics, appliances, and computers to suit any home. Whether you're looking for sleek and modern or classic and cozy, Buddy's has furniture for every room that we know you'll love. With our flexible payment options and free delivery instead of, you'll be glad you went with Buddy's.
Now batting, second baseman, number 20.
The conversation over. And now DeMarco facing the top of the order in Rashad Hayes. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Bellingham leads 2-0. DeMarco. Pearson gets the sign. On the first offering. Deflected foul, strike 1. Hayes just shy of 300. 291 in batting average. 3 doubles, a home run, so more of a contact guy. But can swing the big stick if he needs it. DeMarco fires over to first. No tag applied by White.
And he's 0 for 1 today. Grounded out to Hampton back in the first. Now, runners on the corners, 2 outs in the second inning.
The 0-1 pitch, the Bells' second baseman. He takes it low, ball 1.
And the Bells able to capitalize on a few mistakes here early on against the Sox. They lead 2-0. And this inning, with 2 outs, it's kind of really imploded for the Sox.
Yeah, 3 men in a row have reached a bit of a 2-out rally, you could call it. The 1-1. Grounded over to short. Hampton fires the throw high, but White with a great vertical to reach up and snag it for out number 3. Bellingham, they pick up a run off an RBI single by Keiji Hattori, the only hit in this inning. There's no errors, and there's 2 men left on base. Bellingham leads 2-0 on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Your official radio station for the Wenatchee AppleSox is Sunny FM. KCSY Twist, the greatest hits of all time.
Hi, folks. Kelly Herschel from Valley Tractor and Rentals, your one-stop Kubota shop. Kubota and Valley Tractor is keeping it simple. You want the best-selling compact tractor? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling compact excavator? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling compact skid steer? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling diesel zero-turn mower? Buy a Kubota. You want the best? Buy a Kubota. Kubota and Valley Tractor since 1948, Baker Flats, East Wenatchee.
Get drawn for Raceway Riches at 12 Tribes Casinos, and your horse will be a guaranteed winner. One lucky guest will be drawn every hour from 5 to 10 p.m. to watch their horse barrel down our Clinco Hill to win up to $5,000 every Friday and Saturday in July and August. Then on August 29th, get drawn for the finale to share in a total of $55,000 at 12 Tribes Omac Casino Hotel, Lake Chelan Casino, and Cooley Dam Casino. 12 Tribes Casinos. Far from the ordinary. Close to the adventure. Gambling problem? Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-522-4700.
I have come to the conclusion that one useless man is called a disgrace, that 2 are called a law firm, and that 3 or more become a Congress. And by God, I have had this Congress.
250 years ago, the spark was lit, and a new America was forged in the flames. From the Numerica Performing Arts Center and Jamie Donegan Productions, Hot August Nights features Tony Award-winning musical 1776. July 31st through August 15th at the Numerica Pack. Tickets for 1776 now on sale at numericapack.org.
Bellingham leads 2-0 in the bottom half of the second. Jackson Smith sly on the call on this Sunday evening as Aiden Lopez leads off the bottom half of the frame for the Sox. Lopez, the designated hitter today, he bats .370 with 10 hits. The first pitch from the lefty. Taking a slider, clips the outer black.
Now, he's a good choice to have as your DH. Had a monster home run against Port Angeles in that third game. 3-run shot.
The 0-1. Bunt shown. He can't put it down. They're going to say he pulled back. And the count is 1-1.
And that ball that he hit against the lefties, 413 feet to right field over the right field fence. Just yanked it. And to put that in perspective, if he'd hit that to dead center, it also would have cleared the fence. It's 408 to dead center.
And 325 out to right. Zimmerman winds and deals. Lopez shoots us off the hands. It parachutes into left field for a base hit. He rounds first. He wants 2. The throw is the bag, not in time.
What I tell you, nobody better to have as your DH. That's his third double of the season. And he stays hot. And he extends his on-base streak to 4 games. He was batting .368 these past 5 games and just keeps the train rolling.
And now brings up Zach Doyle. His average starting to dip in recent days. It was above 500 at one point. Now it's at 390. Still a great average there, but not the same as his peak. He's got a runner in scoring position. Sox looking to get on the board. Zimmerman winds and deals. The first pitch, a breaking ball called strike.
Hey, he joined the team recently, and Ori has 23 hits, 7 RBIs, walked 11 times, and stolen 4 bases. So, contributing early and often for the Sox.
Zimmerman peers in, gets the sign set below the belt. The lefty reaches back and fires. It's yanked outside in the righty's batter's box for ball 1.
And look at the last 5 days for Doyle, batting .210. So, not terrible, not great, just kind of middle of the pack there.
And Doyle with 23 hits this season, 3 doubles, a home run, and 7 RBIs. Zimmerman from the stretch fires the pitch to Doyle. Instead, decided to pick over to first, and Lopez trots in safely.
Hey, Lopez over there with a leadoff double. It's a great way to start the inning. You know, the third and quality at bat for the Sox today, but they still are trailing 2-0 to the Bells.
The Sox had a leadoff single in the first inning, but a double play, a 6-4-3 ended the side. The 1-1. Lopez. Doyle shows bunt, puts it down third base side. Moss not able to get it over to first, and runners are at the corners now.
Beautiful bunt there by Doyle. To see that Peschke was not as close in as he should be. Put it right down that third base line. Forced Peschke to come way in and make that play. You know, throws in the dirt, and Churchill just has to keep it in front. There's really no play there. Now you got runners on the corners, and you got James Castanolo, who is hot, to say the least.
And Castanolo batting .302, just above the 300 mark. Corners in, infield back. Bellingham leads 2-0. The pitch. Castanolo takes it high, a fake back pick by Moss. He fakes the throw, but holds it.
And Castanolo, a 19-game on-base streak, 6-game hit streak, and he's batting .368 in these past 5 games.
And he's been hot lately in this 6-game homestand for the Sox. The 1-0. He takes it outside, ball 2, excuse me.
And Castanolo is just a fun guy to watch. You know, a veteran, 3 years at UC Irvine. He played with Wenatchee in 2024, now here in 2026, and he's been captain consistent and just one of the funnest guys to watch.
2 balls and no strikes. The pitch from Zimmerman. Castanolo takes it below the knees, ball 3. And Castanolo going to be a part of the finale episode of Apples to Athletes alongside Ian Sagdahl and pitching coach Quincy Vassar. Will be posted on our Instagram and TikTok on top of our YouTube. Make sure to check out all of those channels, including our X account. The 3-0 pitch. Castanolo takes the automatic strike.
Didn't have the green light there. Even though he's a hot bat, but not enough to get the green light.
3 balls and 1 strike. Runners at the corners. The pitch. Instead, a pick over to first. Doyle in there safely. Close play.
You know, Zimmerman, he's just the definition of a lanky guy. Like, even the way he picks off, he just picture someone who moves very lanky-like. That's how Zimmerman moves.
3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Castanolo weighs and misses late on the fastball.
At 89 miles an hour center cut. A bit of a challenge pitch, basically on 3-1. It's a hitter's count. You know, Castanolo's probably going to be swinging, and he just kind of blew it past him.
Yeah, Zimmerman using that wingspan to get full extension and burn it in. Another pickoff attempt over to first. Doyle in there safe.
And you want to keep Doyle there. You know, 4 stolen bases this year. Could make it 5, but pretty far behind Dunn, who has 17 to lead the team.
And don't forget Lopez over at third. Sox looking to strike. Here's the payoff pitch. Castanolo flares it foul towards the WVC basketball courts, and the count stays full.
Everybody clap your hands.
Castanolo teammates with Zach Doyle, both from UC Irvine, the Anteaters. The 3-2 pitch. High ball, 4 bases are loaded, bringing up Akani Owoduni.
Wow, Owoduni yet to hit a home run this year. And right now would be the perfect time. Bases loaded, you're down by 2. 1 swing gives you the lead, puts you on top. Young kid, about to go to University of San Diego. It's a good time for it right here.
Lopez stays on third. Doyle at second, Castanolo at first. Owoduni skips the first pitch towards the backstop for strike 1.
The Sox finally starting to drive up the pitch count on Zimmerman a little bit. He's up to 21 now in the second inning. He took care of him pretty efficiently in the first, despite giving up those 2 hits. The double play definitely helped out a bit.
Zimmerman's 0-1. Hair outside. Great take by O'Dooney for ball 1.
O'Dooney plays with a lot of poise, a lot of maturity for a kid fresh out of high school going to play at the Division I level.
Count even at 1s. Zimmerman, glove at the face. Fires the 1-1. Another breaking ball clipping the outer black for strike 2.
You know, a lot of these guys fresh out of high school might be a little bit nervous. You know, you can tell they're young. That's not the case with O'Dooney. He looks like a guy who's been playing college ball for a while.
The 1-2 pitch. O'Dooney takes it in the dirt, ball 2.
Probably part of the reason why he went to the MLB draft combine this year. You know, good chance of potentially getting drafted. Didn't get drafted, of course, but can play college ball.
At San Diego University. The 2-2 pitch. Outside, ball 3. Mentioned drought, the big league take right there. Noah Dooney came to the Sox. He was still 17. Turned 18 on one of the Sox's off days. Payoff pitch. High ball 4, a run's gonna score in Aiden Lopez. Sox down by 1, 2-1 now.
And that works too. Not a hit, you know, draw a walk and it scores a run. Brings up Bryce Hampton, who, you know, is 2 for 5 so far this series with a double last night. So he's starting to catch fire a little bit, and base is still loaded and still no outs here in the second.
Yeah, Hampton, 7 hits so far this season. He's got 5 RBIs, a solid base at the outfield, most likely scores 2, and makes that 7 in total on the season. Bell's pitching coach having a conversation with Zimmerman. Is Mound Visit brought to you by Calvo Gaming. Embark on your next RV adventure at 12 Tribes Lake Chelan Casino. Full hookups, lakeside views, and gaming just steps away. Reserve your perfect spot today at CalvoCasinos.com. 12 Tribes Calvo Casinos, far from the ordinary, close to the adventure. Also, it's time for the WCL Scoreboard Report presented by Exala Wellness. Visit exalawellness.com today and discover holistic, non-invasive care tailored just for you. So, Smith, a couple of games going on. What happened?
Well, a lot of them have already wrapped up. You start with the Kelowna Falcons playing in Edmonton. The Riverhawks won 12-9. They take the third place spot in the North Division at the moment. Then you have the Bend Elks playing against the Ridgefield Raptors, and Ridgefield just, you know, beat the brakes off them 16-3. Then you have the Kamloops North Paws playing against the Victoria Harbor Cats, and it's North Paws who won that game 7-3.
Bryce Hampton, bases loaded, no outs. Sox down by 1. The pitch. In the dirt, ball 1.
Then the Nanaimo Night Owls went to Port Angeles, and as expected, they beat Port Angeles 12-6. Then you have the Walla Walla Sweets in Portland, and they beat the Pickles 15-9. And the Marion Berries and the Springfield Drifters in the top of the 7th, it's 6-4 Springfield.
The 1-0 count from Zimmerman. Fastball clips the inner half for strike 1.
And lastly, at the Corvallis Knights playing in Yakima against the Pippins. It's 6-1, Knights leading top of the 4th. And, of course, this game here in the bottom of the 2nd, it's 2-0 Bells.
Zimmerman set, kicks and deals. Hampton flies this one out to center field. Schinkel working towards his right, hauls it in. Doyle tags. There is no throw in as Torrey cuts it off. And we're tied up 2-2.
Quality at bat after quality at bat. It's 5 straight quabs for the AppleSox. And surprise, surprise, when you string some quality at bats together, you end up tying the game.
Castano on second. O'Dooney over at first, brings up the top of the order. And Raphael Dunn. Dunn started this ball game with a single on a 1-1 count. Zimmerman in some trouble here after a very efficient first inning. His first offering. Dunn swings and fouls it into the kitchen of Moss for strike 1.
A single in the first extended his on-base streak to 26 games. And you look at the last 5 games for Dunn, he's batting .412, so above 400.
A runner in scoring position over at second. Another man on over at first. And the 0-1. It hits off his hand, and bases once again loaded here in the second.
It's a little worrisome for the Sox. You know, how good Dunn has been this year. You do not want to see him, go down with a hand injury. But he looks no worse for wear. He's there at first base and just must have clipped him a little bit. He'll just shake it off.
The Sox, third and hit by pitches in the West Coast League. They were at 85, now take it to 86. Noah Fields, he's 0 for 1 today. Zimmerman winds and deals. First pitch runs inside for a ball.
Again, Fields wearing no batting gloves today. He does have the hand guard on the left hand. He's a right-handed batter, so that's his lead hand. So he's got that on, but no batting gloves.
The 1-0. Fields flares this the other way. Keybon ranging back in front of the warning track, makes the grab. Castanol attacks. He heads for home. He's going to score, and the Sox take the lead in Game 3, 3-2.
Quality at bat after quality at bat. That's 6 quality at bats here just in the second inning. The Sox just kind of showing the bells why, hey, we're the #1 team in the North.
And on that play, too, Akani Owoduni tags for second, heads to third, so runners at first and third, bringing up Landon White. White caught in a double play in the first. Ended the side there. Looks to keep this inning rolling. Zimmerman looking to end the Sox's 2-out rally. The first pitch called strike.
And that curve from Zimmerman is a bit hypnotic to look at. With how fast he throws the fastball, going to the curve in the high 70s, it just floats.
The lefty set at the belt. His 0-1 to Landon White. Instead, he steps off the bag and fires to first. And Dunn in there safe. Saw Dunn shake his hand there. You can tell it's still bothering him a bit. No balls, 1 strike. O'Dooney over at third. Raphael Dunn at first. The 0-1 pitch. White. Check swing, he goes around for strike 2. Bit indecisive there. Decided to swing late. And all I could do was a feeble attempt. Crowd chanting RBI. Here's the 0-2. Dunn goes. The throw not in time as the pitch was outside. Give Dunn 18 stolen bases on this summer.
Man, is he fast. We like to say Kai McGarry, Lightning McGarry. He was fast. Dunn significantly faster.
And now, White, runners both in scoring position for him as the Sox lead 3-2. The 1-2 pitch. White takes it inside. Count evens at 2s.
Of course, Kai McGarry having to bow out of the stolen base race. He's no longer on the team. The question is, how many would he have if he's still here and still, competing with Dunn?
2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 men on. Zimmerman reaches back and fires. Breaking ball popped up towards the left field line. Jackson ranging back and watches it drop in foul territory. Count stays 2-2, and a good effort by Jaden Jackson to range all the way to the AppleSox's bullpen to try and snag the ball. But White able to get a second chance. Owoduni at third. Dunn over at second base. The Sox lead 3-2. They're looking for their 14th series win of the summer and their 6th straight. The 2-2 pitch. White pops it up. Peschke, ranging from third in foul territory, snags it for out number 3. The Sox pick up 3 runs. They leave 2 men on base after picking up 2 hits, and there's no errors. They take the lead 3-2 as we head to the third on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Whitley Fuel Pacific Pride is proud to let you know they provide non-ethanol premium for the sensitive engine at these sites: Grand Coulee, Brewster, Okanagan, Omak, and now Twisp. Whitley Fuel also has top-tier Power Pro gasoline and premium diesel 24 hours a day and bulk DEF at the pump at the Okanagan site. With thousands of Pacific Pride sites through the country, Whitley makes it easy and convenient whether you operate one car or a fleet. Call Whitley Fuel today for your Pacific Prided card. 1-800-955-3835.
AppleSox fans, if a foul ball leaves your car with a rock chip or broken windshield, take it to Discount Auto Glass. Locally owned, Discount Auto Glass specializes in rock chip repair, windshield replacement, mobile service, window tinting, and calibration service on all makes and models. Get your rock chip repaired at Discount Auto Glass, 888-0072 and at 901 Valley Mall Parkway in East Wenatchee, across from 7-Eleven.
Discover what Premier Senior Living is all about at Blossom Valley Assisted Living and Blossom Creek Memory Care in beautiful Wenatchee. Blossom Valley Assisted Living and Blossom Creek Memory Care communities provide seniors with a stress-free style of living that enhances the mind, body, and spirit. There's always so much going on, from shopping trips to gardening to fitness activities. Plus, you can enjoy peace of mind knowing that trained care staff are present 24/7. Schedule a private tour experience at Blossom Valley and Blossom Creek.
To the top of the third we go. Sox up 3-2. Jackson Dodd here, but on the play-by-play, here's Smith Sly.
Thank you, Jackson. The Sox able to take the lead in the bottom of the second inning. 6 straight quality at-bats put them on top. And that's Jaden Jackson leading off for Bellingham here in the top of the third inning. DeMarco still on the mound for the Sox. He winds and delivers to Jackson. Fastball outside corner, strike 1. And the velocity taking a bit of a dip for DeMarco today. Down to the high 80s. And the 0-1 pitch to Jackson. Outside again. He flinched the hands, but this one's just outside for a ball.
Yeah, nice pitch there by DeMarco. Just does not get the call. Maybe a centimeter off the plate.
Even count on Jackson. The incoming freshman batting from the left side. His pitch, he fouls back to the netting, and now he's got 2 strikes on him. DeMarco only 1 strikeout today. That, of course, was against Keybon, who reached. It was a drop third strike. DeMarco wants his second punch out of the evening. No better way to start the third. The pitch. Check swing, hits the barrel, and deflects foul. And Jackson basically just stays alive.
And he just twitched his hands there, and lucky enough for him, he's able to find some contact. He'll stay alive, like you said.
And DeMarco wants to put him in his back pocket. Here's the pitch. Inside it, just barely missed Jackson, was skipped in the turf. That's ball 2.
DeMarco finishing a bit late today. You can tell he's burying a lot of pitches in the dirt and making no do any work.
Even count, 2 balls, 2 strikes on Jackson. No one on, no one out. Pitch to him. And that misses low and fills the count.
Nice breaking ball there, but Jackson a great eye to hold back.
Full count. Blank canvas. DeMarco's payoff pitch. High and away, not even close. It's a leadoff walk to Jackson to start the third.
DeMarco only gave up 1 walk in his last outing. He had 5 coming into this ball game, but has already walked 3.
That brings up Matt Churchill. Doubled in the first. But, of course, was tagged out by Castanola in that double play that he turned to end the first inning. A great play by Castanola, an unassisted double play. He's got Jackson here at first base. No outs here in top of the third. DeMarco's first pitch to him. High and outside. Owudui grabbed it, thought about back-picking the first, thinks twice, and it's ball 1.
Yeah, Owudui got a cannon on his arm, too. Can unleash it if he needs.
Jackson at first base for the Bells. Churchill here at the plate, batting from the right side. DeMarco, the breath, and the offering. Swing and a miss. Center cut fastball, and Churchill cannot catch up to it.
And the fastball, 87 there. Not the highest velocity, but DeMarco paints it.
1-1 count on Churchill. As DeMarco glances at first, now comes sets, and the pitch taken right down the middle, strike 2, and another 2-strike count early for DeMarco.
At Churchill, 3 homers this year. Power bat.
And he leads the team for doubles with 10, double digits. The 1-2 from DeMarco. Outside, and it gets away from Owaduni. He collides with Henry De Jesus, the home plate umpire. The pass ball will scoot Jackson to second. And again, DeMarco will have a runner in scoring position early on in the inning.
Held on to that ball too long there in his delivery. He just yanks it outside, and the AppleSox lucky that Jackson didn't go to third.
It's still 2 strikes on Churchill. Now with the runner at second base, that's Jackson. And DeMarco's pitch. Hit high in the air to left field. Young having to give quite a bit of ground. He settles underneath it for the catch. Jackson was not tagging. It's out number 1.
Now batting. Designated hitter, number 6.
That brings up the designated hitter, Nate Johnson, who is 0 for 1 today. He grounded into that double play to Castanola back in the first inning. That ended that frame. Now with 1 away, still a runner at second base. That's Jaden Jackson. Led off the inning with a walk. The 3rd walk that DeMarco has given up in today's game. As DeMarco set from the stretch, his pitch to the lefty. The curveball is yanked down the right field line, but well foul. It rolls all the way to the Bellingham bullpen.
And just a hair early on that curveball there. Got all of it. Left center cut. DeMarco glad he got that one back.
Now Johnson, no home runs this year, but he's a tall man, 6'5" and 209 pounds. If he gets a hold of one, it'll go a ways. Here's his 0-1 pitch. Takes it in the dirt. It bangs off the body of Owaduni, but he's able to get to it and check Jackson back to second.
Johnson, 10 RBIs, looking to make that 11 here. Let's see, have Jackson over at second.
And Jackson at second. Johnson at the plates. 1 away here in the top of the 3rd. Sox up 3-2. As DeMarco set from the chest. Here's the 1-1. And that miss is just high, ball 2. And DeMarco overthrowing that one a bit. 90 miles an hour upstairs. He's got velocity, just lacking some control here in Game 3 of the series, the rubber match. Sox won Game 1, Bells won Game 2. And it all comes down to today. The 2-1 pitch. Ran it outside, ball 3.
And DeMarco, you don't usually see him struggle with command. His last couple of outings, he's been spot on, but today, starting to crack.
Hitters count for Johnson. 3 balls and 1 strike. Runner in scoring position. That's Jackson out at second. DeMarco. Tough spot here. How does he respond? This ball is hit high to right center field. Fields will move into the alleyway to make the catch. Jackson tags at second. He slides into third. The throw never arrived. And now the tying run 90 feet away for Bellingham.
Yeah, if that wind here, Paul Thomas was picking up today and is not, unfortunately for the Bells, that could have been some danger for the Sox.
Now it's Bo Schinkel. Teammates with Landon Whites and Canoa Santiago.
Joe Thornton, who is not on the team at the moment, will rejoin them for playoffs. DeMarco on the mound from the windup now with a runner at third. His first pitch is Schinkel. Inside past his knees. That's ball 1. And Schinkel 0 for 1 today. Flew out to Young back in the 2nd inning. 2 away here in the 3rd. Pitch from DeMarco. Line drive to Hampton, who jumps and can't make the catch. It just skims the top of his webbing. That's a base hit. That's an RBI. Jackson scores. We're tied.
And a wild throw to home, and just like that, you're going to have Schinkel able to get into second base.
So a single for Schinkel and advances via the error. And the Sox and Bells really trading blows here early on the first third of this ball game here in the top of the 3rd inning. And here comes Mitch Darlington, points down to the bullpen, and it looks like that will be it for Vincent DeMarco. His day is short. This pitching change brought to you by Libkey Insurance Associates. Contact Libkey Insurance for your home, auto, life, health, business, and farm insurance. Here before you need us. Peace of mind delivered online at libkey.com. We'll meet the new face here in just a little bit when we come back on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Mission Ridge, proud sponsor of AppleSox Baseball, says, let's go, Sox. Hope you're enjoying the game. Head up to the Chair 5 Pub at Mission Ridge. Open Fridays through Sundays all summer long. It's your spot for great food, local drinks, and unbeatable mountain views high above the valley. Whether you're wrapping up a day on the trails, looking to cool off from the summer heat, or just want a relaxed place to hang out with friends and family, the Chair 5 Pub delivers. Keep the good times rolling after the final inning. Visit missionridge.com to learn more.
Wenatchee businesses, step up to the plate. Firefly is your hometown MVP for managed IT and cybersecurity, protecting your time and tech since 1992. For a limited time, Firefly is offering a free vulnerability scan to help pinpoint the gaps in your security and bring clarity to your risks before they turn into errors on the scoreboard. Call 509-663-TECH today to secure your scan and stop the bad guys from stealing home.
Hey, get the goat off the AC vent.
This time of year, we are right there with the goat, hanging out and trying to stay cool.
Folks can start quotes on our website, WenatcheeInsurance.com.
And you can schedule an in-person video or phone appointment.
No one should have to sweat about insurance.
We are a locally owned independent agency, so we can walk people through a variety of options.
Make sure you're covered, maybe even save some money.
So give us a call or text today, 509-295-9055.
And then get back to the AC with the goat.
Short and sweet. That's the day for Vincent DeMarco, who got the start today for the AppleSox on the mound. He goes just 2 2/3 innings, allowing 2 hits, 3 walks, 1 strikeout, and 3 runs on top of that. He hands it off for Miles Ducharme, who's making a return to the AppleSox. Was with them to start the year, had to leave, and is now back, making his second appearance of the summer. He's the freshman from Fife, Washington, right-hander, 6'5", bit of a giant from the mounds. And, of course, he is drawing Tyler Peschke here in relief with 2 outs and a runner on second base. That's Schinkel. As Ducharme gets his signs, comes sets. He glances at seconds and now pitches. Sidearm delivery right down the middle for strike 1 to start his outing in relief.
The Sox have a great history this summer with sidearmers and Clint Beck. Let's see if Ducharme can continue that streak.
And Ducharme from Wenatchee Valley College, so at home here at Paul Thomas. Now the 0-1 to Peschke. And he ran the fastball outside. That's ball 1. And Ducharme, the sinker, the slider, and the change. Bit of a crafty righty. That sidearm delivery as well. Keeping things funky. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Peschke. Floats it over the middle part of the zone for strike 2. And Peschke yet to get the bat off his shoulder.
Yeah, really good location there by Ducharme. Great first at-bat for him.
And he wants to strand Schinkel there at seconds. Can he do it? Yes, he can. A weak swing and a miss from Peschke. And Ducharme, the kid from Wenatchee Valley, gets the Sox out of Dodge. 1 run for the Bells here in the 3rd off of 1 hit, 1 error, 1 man left on base. It's tied 3-3. Right into the bottom of the 3rd. You're listening to it here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
At Banner Bank, cheering on the AppleSox is just one more way they show their appreciation for the Wenatchee Valley. When it comes to your finances, it's all about how they can help you move forward with truly personal service, smart financial solutions, and being the local expert by your side when it matters most. In fact, Banner Bank has been named one of the 100 best banks in America by Forbes for 10 straight years and one of Newsweek's best regional banks again this year. Stop by your local Wenatchee branch or visit bannerbank.com. Banner Bank member FDIC.
Hey, AppleSox fans, let's talk about community. Today's broadcast is proudly sponsored in part by the Salcedo Group of Companies, now celebrating 25 years of HVAC, electrical, and high-scale development excellence right here in the Valley. But Salcedo is more than business. They actively back over 70 regional schools, nonprofits, and teams. From global philanthropy to the home turf, Salcedo is proud to be locally grown and dedicated to our community. Thank you for investing in our valley. Salcedo Group of Companies.
NCW.News is your source for accurate and intensely local news across North Central Washington. Part of Ward Media, an independent company committed to local journalism, NCW.News provides stories from our network-respected community newspapers. Stay informed with news from the Lakeshore Mirror, Leavenworth Echo, Cashmere Valley Record, Quad City Herald, and Wenatchee Business Journal. With over 100 years recording the region's history, NCW.News and Ward Media keep communities engaged on the issues that matter most. Visit NCW.News for local news you can trust.
We're tied up 3-3 heading into the bottom of the third inning here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. And the day is done for Robbie Zimmerman, who is starting on the mound for the Bells. He will hand it off to Cole Laubach, the right-hander, 6'2" and 195 pounds. The freshman from San Jose, California, currently at UC Santa Barbara, played his first year of college ball there. Made 2 appearances, both of which were in relief. Only went 1 2/3 innings pitched and ended the spring with a 10.80 ERA. A bit of a frustrating year for him there in Santa Barbara. Now making up for it here with Bellingham. And he's going to be drawing Ryder Young here, leading off in the bottom of the third, the low rider. And Laubach from the windup, peers from behind his glove, breathes, winds, and delivers. Ryder Young goes after it and slaps it on a line. The Bellingham dugouts, they duck for cover and strike one.
Yeah, both starters for each North Division team today not going long in this ball game, and both of them a very limited number of strikeouts. Zimmerman with none, and DeMarco with only 1.
0-1 count on Young. Laubach, the windup, and the offering. And Young will foul this through his legs, and quickly the count 0-2. And apparently, Laubach, his nickname when he's played with the teams he's played with has been Daredevil. So Cole Daredevil Laubach. I'd love to know how he came by that. 2 strikes on Young. Can he put him away? Oh, yes, he can. The slider gets Young to cut through it to lead off strikeouts for Laubach's day in relief.
I mean, showing that Daredevil right there. I mean, first batter he faces, who homered in yesterday's ball game, strikes him out on 3 pitches.
Designated hitter, number 9.
Now it's Aiden Lopez with 1 away here at the bottom of the third. Still tied up 3-3. Young started out this frame with that swinging strikeout a few seconds ago. Laubach still from the windup with no one on. The pitch to the left-hander. Check swing. Yes, he definitely did. Henry De Jesus takes the call himself and says that's strike 1. Now Laubach, a lot of athletes in his family, specifically his brother Reese, who played hockey at Penn State. The 0-1 pitch to Lopez. Hits it off the end of the bat, right in front of the mound. Laubach reaches out, grabs it, sets his feet, and throws to first. Laubach doing it himself here in the third.
A snow cone play there with some flair. He takes on the backhand and then tosses it up for his right hand to fire it over.
So now quickly 2 away in the third. Zach Doyle, who's 1 for 1 tonight with a single. And Laubach taking care of the Sox fairly efficiently here. And the question is, can you get Doyle? Laubach, the windup, and the pitch to the lefty. Hits this on the ground, and it goes right through the wickets of Churchill at first. Doyle is on his horse around first. Keybon gets it in as quickly as he can, but Doyle coasts into second. A 2-out double for him. The question is, will that go down as an error? And it will. An error on Churchill. And it does put a runner in scoring position for the Sox. So now the go-ahead run for Wenatchee out at second base.
Yeah, just punches his glove down late. That's why you always have it out, ready to go on a hard-hit ground ball like that. You got to be ready.
Brings up James Castanola. Doyle at second base, his teammate at UC Irvine. And Laubach's pitch to Castanola. Right down the middle. Castanola thought about offering, does not. And he takes strike 1. Tied game here, 3-3 in the third inning. Laubach here in relief for the Bells. His 0-1 pitch to Castanola. Swing and a miss on the top shelf fastball. And now Laubach just 1 strike away from retiring the side.
Yeah, Laubach looking for 2 strikeouts when Zimmerman, who started, didn't get a single one.
He wants to strand Doyle at second, and he wants to keep this game tied. Will he do it? Chopper to third. Diving play by Peschke, who slid to a knee to throw to first. The tag applied as Churchill was drug off the bag. They get Castanola, and that's the side retired. The Sox, no runs, no hits, one error, and one man left stranded. We remain tied 3-3 as we head to the fourth inning here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
The Taffy Shop in Leavenworth wished the AppleSox the best on the field this season. Locally owned since 1987, the Taffy Shop has more than 100 flavors of wonderful tasting taffy. Watch the unique taffy puller demonstration as you pick out that special flavor. The Taffy Shop has nostalgic metal signs and posters, candies from the 40s and 50s, and many collectible tins. Circle the bases with a trip to the Taffy Shop in the Mottler Building at 900 Front Street in Leavenworth.
Hey, it's Stacy with the Floor Factory, is Flooring America. Whether you're looking for a small project or a large one, from special order options to our large selection of in-stock, we can help you. From the latest color and style trends or to more of a classic style, we can help you. Carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl, laminate, and even sheet vinyl. Come check out our newly updated showroom and our last chance bargain basement. They're great for do-it-yourself, or we have professional installation available too at 13 South Wenatchee Avenue. It's where friends send friends to the Floor Factory.
Looking for a quality used Euro car? Visit Wenatchee Euro Import Auto Sales in East Wenatchee by the airport. Locally owned with vehicles fully inspected, serviced, and reconditioned by Eric's European and Asian Auto Repair. Don't buy a mystery car from another sales lot when you can buy with confidence from the team at Wenatchee Euro Import Auto Sales, next to Eric's Euro and Wenatchee Rental Cars. Check out their inventory at WenatcheeEuro.com or call 509-888-7697.
At Valley Tractor and Rentals, they promise to deliver best-in-class customer service before, during, and after the sale. And their people make sure that promise is kept. The Sox stranded the go-ahead run at second base there in the bottom of the third inning. Now into the top of the fourth. Ducharme still on the mound for the Sox, facing off against Romnick Keybon. And the first offering to him, the fastball outside, ball one.
And Keybon was the only strikeout victim by DeMarco today. He reached on a wild pitch. Good to get on base.
1-0 pitch to Keybon in there for a strike. Yeah, Keybon, 2 years at Layson College before moving on to Nevada this past year. And he awaits the 1-1 from Ducharme. Goes after it, high in the air to left field, tailing towards the line. Young runs it down, makes the catch. There's out number one.
Ducharme looking pretty, efficient here. And only a little bit of work so far. I'm liking the approach.
Dylan Moss.
And Ducharme, local kid from Fife, Washington. Of course, coming over to play for the Knights here at Wenatchee Valley. So very familiar with Paul Thomas, very familiar with this mound. Now, here's Dylan Moss with one away and no one on. His first offering, he swings and misses on the breaking ball that disappeared on him. 0-1 count quickly on Moss. Still no one on. One away here, top of the fourth. Tie ball game 3-3. Ducharme, the pitch. Line drive right to Hampton at short. He plays it on one hop. Throws across the diamond to White in time for the out. What a play by Hampton.
Yeah, what a play indeed, Smith. A hard one-hopper over to Hampton, takes it on the backhand, and doesn't even set his feet. All he does is just reach his back and fires over with a great throw.
So now with two away, still no one on. It's Keiji Hattori batting in the 9-hole for the Bells. 1 for 1 today. RBI single in the second to score one of the 3 runs for Bellingham. His first offering, low and away for a ball.
And you have 321, one of the highest averages on the Bells squad.
Ducharme comes set from the chest. Here's a pitch. Off the end of the bat, it takes a chunk out of Owaduni, and De Jesus is going to go for a walk. And give Owaduni a chance to catch his breath. Are you ready to embark on a flavor-filled journey right in the heart of the Wenatchee Valley? Well, look no further than the Tap Room by Hellbent Brewing, where the vibrant energy of Pipus Market meets the delightful world of craft beer and gourmet cuisine. There's 2 outs here in the top of the fourth inning. Tie ball game 3-3. Sox struck for 3 runs in the second. The Bells have been spreading it out. 1 run in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third. 1-1 counts on Hattori. He fouls it off to the netting. And 1-2 on the incoming freshman. Ducharme, he would like a punch out to end the frame and sit down the side in order. Next pitch is outside. So 2-2 on Hattori. Ducharme wants strikeout number 2 tonight. Off the end of the bat, a floater to shallow left center field, and it drops in and out of the glove of Hampton, who is ranging back for the catch. He can't reel it in, and it's a 2-out base runner for the Bells.
Yeah, tough play for Hampton. They're ranging all the way back, and not much he can do. He tried the basket catch, but was unable to haul it in.
Top of the order now for Bellingham, Rashad Hayes, who is freezing cold here in this game, 0 for 2. Pair of groundouts to Hampton at shorts. But now runner on with 2 outs. That's Hattori there at first. That little bloop shot to left center to put him on base. Right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher, Ducharme, the first offering. Floats the fastball in for strike 1. A comfortable day here in Wenatchee. It's 79 degrees, so a bit cooler than it has been the past few days. Some sparse clouds, but other than that, baby blue skies. Here's the 0-1 to Hayes. Chopper to third. Casanola on the backhand, on the run, pump fakes, throws. The throw is wide, but Landon White has it and plops the tag down on Hayes to complete the play and end the inning. A team effort there from Castanola and White. And the hang is 0 here in the 4th. No runs off 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left out on the base pass. We remain tied into the bottom half of the 4th. Don't go anywhere. It's Sox Baseball on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Hit a home run with LocalTel Communications. For over 40 years, we've been Central Washington's trusted telecom provider, delivering fast internet and reliable phone service. Whether you're streaming the big game, video chatting with loved ones, or running your business smoothly, LocalTel has you covered. Join the LocalTel family today and enjoy the best connectivity in the region. Visit us at localtel.com to learn more.
Summer starts with membership at the Rack. Pack your calendar with camp, rack, swim, and tennis lessons, summer swim team, indoor and outdoor pickleball, tennis tournaments, play programs, and so much more. It is so easy and fun for the whole family to stay active and fit all summer long when you join the Rack. Summer classes and camps are filling fast, so don't delay. Call the Rack today. That's Wenatchee Racket and Athletic Club, or use the Rack app for program registration. See all the details at rack.org or call 662-3544. The Rack, where we play every day.
Link Transit is your free, clean, and safe ride to where you need to go. Whether you need to go to work, school, run errands, or taking a day trip to Leavenworth or Chelan, Link can take you there. Save gas and don't worry about parking. Plan your trip with Google Maps, Apple Maps, or the Transit app. Skip the fuss. Take the bus with Link Transit.
And the Bells squander a 2-out base runner there in the top of the 4th inning. Now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the bottom of the order for the Sox. Connie Owaduni, Bryce Hampton, and Raphael Dunn due up here. Laubach still on the mound for the Bells. From the windup, here's the first pitch. Center cut, strike 1. Now Laubach took over things in the 3rd and was able to hang a 0. The 0-1 pitch to Owaduni. Check swing, look down, he does not go.
The Laubach just going after these AppleSox batters today after a rough start by Robbie Zimmerman.
Even count on Owaduni, the freshman, as Laubach, the right-hander, winds and fires. Slider low and away. That's ball 2 on Owaduni. Yeah, Laubach mentioned it before. His brother Reese played hockey, past tense, at Penn State because he was drafted to the San Jose Sharks. So able to play at the NHL level in the show. Here's a 2-1 offering to Owaduni. Jackknifed him away on a pitch inside, and now favorable count for the youngster.
I'm not a big hockey guy, Smith, so are the San Jose Sharks a good club?
No. That's to put it bluntly. They're getting better, obviously, with some of their draft picks. Here's 3-1. Swing and a miss. The fastball outside. Owaduni couldn't catch up to it, and that fills the count.
Yeah, the Sharks, Macklin Celebrini, one of their draft picks, they're starting to get young talents, starting to put together a pretty good team. Full count on Owodunni. The payoff from Laubach. Breaking ball that Owodunni fends off foul. He lives to see another pitch.
And Owodunni stayed alive. He's been producing some better at-bats as the summer's progressed.
And how ideal is that Laubach, his brother, playing for San Jose, and they're from San Jose, California, staying in his backyard. Here's another payoff pitch to Owodunni. Inside, ball 4, leadoff walk here in the 4th inning, and the Sox looking to take the lead.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 5, Bryce Hampton.
It's the 9-hole, Bryce Hampton. 0 for 1 today, but a productive out for him there in that 2nd inning. A sac fly to center field to score 1 run for the Sox. They scored 3 there in the seconds. It's tied up 3-3 here in the 4th inning. Game 3 of this series, rubber match. Whoever wins this wins the series. Laubach set and delivers to Hampton. He was squaring to bunts, but never even showed it. Pitch was high and away.
And Hampton in this 9-hole spot with the runner on first, usually always going to be used for a bunt.
And the Sox have 13 series wins this year, 5 straight coming into this one against the Bells. So they've been looking for 14 and 6 straights. As Owodunni's there at first base, 1-0 count on Hampton. Pitch to him. Squares to bunt, can't get it down. Yes, he did go around. That's strike 1. Now, Laubach was effective in high school, only a few years ago. Threw the first perfect game in his high school's history. That was on May 3rd, 2024, his last year in high school ball. They pick off, and Owodunni back in safely. Now, the perfect game, one of the rarer feats in baseball, one of the rarer feats in all sports as well. It doesn't happen every single day. And it's reserved for the best of the best, really. Even count on Hampton with no outs and a runner on. Pitch. Hampton, yes, he did. A real weak swing and a miss, and Laubach's got 2 strikes on him. One ball, 2 strikes on Hampton. He wants to spin Owodunni around the base paths, but he's going to have to battle here with 2 strikes on him. Laubach's pitch. Slider low and away. Can't find the zone, and the count evens.
Everybody clap your hands.
And the Sox wearing their baby blue jerseys today with the white pants. Bells wearing their road grays. Gray hats, gray uniforms, gray pants. Here's a 2-2 to Hampton. Center cut, strike 3. He admires it, and there's one away here in the 4th.
Yeah, Smith, you bring up perfect games. The Sox have never pitched a perfect game in their history.
Like I said, reserved for the best of the best. Not to say the Sox don't have the best, but it doesn't happen all that often. Very rare. And it's top of the order now, Raphael Dunn, who is 1 for 1 today. A leadoff single in the first, and then was hit by a pitch back in the second. In the first offering to him. Skips right off home plate. It gets behind Moss, and that'll move Owodunni into second. He was hard around second, thought about third, but thinks twice, motors back into second.
Yeah, I like that mentality there. Really just pushing it through. He knows he can get the wide around and takes a look just in case.
So now runner 180 feet away in scoring position. Owodunni out there at second. Dunn at the plate. 1-0 count on him. Laubach, the right-hander, gets his signs. Looks over at second. From the stretch, here's a pitch. A chopper up the middle to short. Hattori's got it. Throws to first. They got Dunn, but Owodunni moves into third base.
Yeah, advance them there. Do your job with the runner over in scoring position, and now a good spot for Noah Fields.
The beer batter, Noah Fields, right-handed batter, 2 away, and a runner 90 feet away. That's Owodunni at third. Led off this inning with a walk. And then a looking strikeout from Hampton, and that ground out there from Dunn. With 2 away, Laubach has an out here to get out of this inning. Just needs something in the infield or something in the outfield. On the pitch. Fields off the end of the bats. Foul. It dribbles its way to the AppleSox dugout.
Yeah, good to see Fields back in AppleSox uniform. With him last year, left around the end of the first half.
0-1 count on Noah Fields. Two-away and a runner at third. That's Owaduni. Laubach wants to strand him there. Here's the 0-1. Right down Broadway, taken strike two. And the Sox down to their last strike here in the fourth. Laubach's got 2 strikeouts tonight. Could make it 3, and it would slam the door. Does he do it? And the slider low and away. Fields does not offer. Moss was able to smother it, and that's the first ball.
Yeah, both relief guys for the Bells and the Sox have had great outings, being able to handle both sides' bats.
Fields still in the hole. Laubach still looking for the strikeouts for his third tonight and to slam the door. The slider is spiked in the dirt. It gets behind Moss. Owajuni will trot home and score, and a pass ball gives the AppleSox the lead.
Lovely to see that there in Fields able to, draw the count there, take it in the dirt, just like that. Owajuni able to see the ball down and come home off of it.
And that pass ball clipped the wrist of Moss, the catcher for Bellingham. He stuck out the arm to try and pick it, and it must have took a funny hop, hit him possibly on the funny bone on his wrist. He was shaking it around while that play was going on. That's why he didn't go get the ball to try and make a play on Owajuni. Of course, the Sox take the lead here in the fourth inning. Off no hits. There's yet to be a hit here in the fourth frame. It was a leadoff walk to put Owajuni on base. Then Hampton struck out looking. Dunn grounded out to short. That did move Owajuni to third. So that proves to be a productive out for the AppleSox. You're able to scoot Owajuni 90 feet away. And then a pass ball allows him to score as they're still checking in on Moss. The training staff coming out to see if he is okay. And as they do that, let's take a moment. Let's thank People's Bank. People's Bank wants to help you buy your dream home. From buying the land to building the house. Local lenders, local decisions. Welcome home. Welcome to People's Bank. I think it's also time for This Day in Baseball History. This Day in Baseball History presented by NCW News, the NCW News Network. Accurate and intensely local news from North Central Washington. Check ncw.news for community stories every day. So on this day, July 26th, back in 2022, so 4 years ago, the most recent time that AppleSox pitchers failed to strike out a hitter came on this date in a 9-2 victory over the Cowlitz Black Bears. Davis Spencer started and allowed 2 runs on 6 hits and 1 walk in 3 1/3 innings before Garrett Gores went the rest of the way with 5.2 scoreless innings. He walked 1 and allowed 1 hit while the AppleSox bats busted out with a 7-run 3rd inning. So Moss is okay for the moment. And it's Noah Fields still with a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Sox leading 4-3. They put up 1 run there a few moments ago. Owajuni scoring on a pass ball. Laubach coming sets from below the belt buckle. Here's the pitch. A weak ground ball to short for Hattori, who plays it at the base, throws to first. They got him by about a step, and that's the side retired for the Sox. But 1 run, no hits, no errors. Nobody left out on the base pass. The Sox take the lead. It's 4-3 as we head to the 5th inning. The ketchup and mustard race just about to get underway. Lock in your guesses. Will it be ketchup or will it be mustard? We'll find out when we come back here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Your official radio station for the Wenatchee AppleSox is Sunny FM. KCSY Twist, the greatest hits of all time.
Foster parents provide the safety, love, and nurturing every child deserves. Many kids are just looking for someone to talk to have fun with, to share their life with. Interested in being a foster parent? Call K Connections at 888-2006. That's 888-2006. K Connections, enhancing the lives of those they serve at 2121 North Wenatchee Avenue.
Getting bored with the white walls in your house? Let Exterior Solutions and Alexandria Moldings brighten up your interior. Available in various sizes, Alexandria Moldings lends to great project ideas. Use them to build up beautiful moldings, design wall and ceiling panels, and practical shelves. They can also revive your staircases to their natural shine. Exterior Solutions can help you find just what you need. Alexandria Moldings at Exterior Solutions, 151st Street Southeast in East Wenatchee.
The Loop Trail Cafe wish the AppleSox the best of success this season. Locally owned, the Loop Trail Cafe has a great menu for breakfast and lunch. Start your morning off with the local famous zombie or breakfast burrito and a cup of coffee or tea. During the hot summer, you'll find ice cream cones. Get a scoop on the Loop. The Loop Trail Cafe, across from the splash pad in the Riverfront Center building at 1/5th Street, Suite 160 in Wenatchee.
A pair of pass balls allow Akani Oweduni to score there in the bottom of the fourth. The Sox take the lead. It's 4-3 as we head to the fifth inning here in Game 3 of the series. On the play-by-play, who else but Jackson Dodd?
Thank you, Smith. Appreciate you. And, this game turned into a bit of a nail-biter. Both teams very consistent in their bats and on the mound. The first pitch is high to Jaden Jackson as Ducharme in for relief for DeMarco, who didn't have the most ideal outing. 2 2/3, surrendering 3 hits, 3 walks, and 3 runs. The next offering found the outer black for a strike.
And the AppleSox did their ketchup and mustard race before we sent it to break. Was it ketchup? Was it mustards? Locking your guesses.
The 1-1 pitch from Ducharme. Just high, ball 2.
The winner of the race, drum roll please. It was ketchup.
Good old Ketchup. Proud to see Ketchup having a comeback. The 2-1. Pulls it and dinks it off of his foot. Takes the count even at 2s.
And that's disappointing news for my dad. Texted me his guess, said it was mustard. Sorry, Dad. It was ketchup.
Mustard, they did have a 6-game win streak. As a 2-2 pitch, he yanked over to second base, done on a few skips, fires the first leisurely in time.
Yeah, Mustard was on a heater there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking about the fact that Ketchup just did not look like himself.
No.
Or herself. Sometimes it changes who is Ketchup, And finally, Ketchup back in the win column.
You know what we haven't seen? Relish.
Relish. Where have you been?
Out with a hangnail, I heard. Here's Matt Churchill. The first pitch is low and inside, ball 1.
And those hangnails, man, they're no joke.
Yeah, out for at least a month. Churchill gets the start at first base today. Next offering. Another breaking ball, just low, ball 2. He was not the second run scorer, but he did bring home Jaden Jackson. 2-0, outside, ball 3.
And that was that double in the first. And then Churchill was caught in the double play that Castanola turned himself with a ground ball to him at third. He slapped the tag on him and then threw to first to complete it.
3 balls, no strikes. Ducharme finds the outer half for a strike. Sometimes with that sidearm delivery, you lose command. Happened there early in the CB. Trying to battle back. His 3-1 off the plate, ball 4.
Concentration walk from Ducharme. You got a quick out to hit Jackson with a ground out, and then you give up the walk to Churchill. That's the first walk of the outing, too, from Ducharme.
It brings out Nate Johnson. Again, the double play in the first, and now a fly out in the third inning, as the Sox have a 4-3 lead here in Game 3, looking for their 14th series win of the season and their 6th straight. The first offering to the lefty is outside for a ball. Johnson bats .236 with 21 hits, 3 of those a double. Got a man on. Churchill, a short lead over at first. The 1-0. Pulled hard on the right field line, that'll trickle into the corner. Churchill heads for third, gets the stop sign there, and a double by Nate Johnson puts both runners in scoring position for the Bells.
This game, really, a bit of a boxing match going blow for blow. The Sox
able to tally 3 runs back in the second inning. And the Bells, 1 run in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third. They've been kind of bleeding the Sox to death a little bit. Both teams just really exchanging blows. When the Bells go up, the Sox respond. When the Sox respond, the Bells go back up. And when, it's just back and forth and back and forth.
Churchill over at third, Johnson at second. Here's Bo Schinkel. Ducharme set. And the sidearmer fires. He pulls this on a few skips down the first base line for strike 1. The AppleSox have an arm warming in their bullpen. Believe it is Tate Swanson. Corners in, infield back. Then the 0-1. Deflected, foul off the netting for strike 2. Schinkel, 1 for 2 today, a fly out in the second, and an RBI single in the third inning. Ducharme set and fires. Switches his hands, and he goes around.
That's 3 strikeouts and a 5.
Ducharme with 2 strikeouts today.
That's just what you needed. Now you got 2 away. 2 runners still in scoring position. Churchill at third and Johnson at second. But if you get Peschke here, you strand both of them and have them drown out there on the base paths.
Yeah, Peschke 0 for 2. The first strikeout victim for Ducharme. First pitch outside, ball 1. Ducharme trying to get out of this inning. Prevent Bells from putting any more runs on the board. Here's his 1-0. It's outside again, ball 2. He's just finishing late in his delivery. Trying to do a little too much, hanging on to the ball a tad longer than he should. The 2-0 pitch from the righty. Outside in the dirt, ball 3.
It's a gorgeous day in Wenatchee today. Those bright blue skies, clear. We had smoke for much of that Port Angeles series bleeding into this series, and finally a clear day with very little smoke. 77 degrees, wind about 11 miles an hour to right field.
3 balls, no strikes. The pitch from Ducharme on the outer black for a strike. And the Sox's Brooks Pinsky was a wildland firefighter, was fighting those fires last year. Would not be surprised if he's doing that now. Studies fire science at Spokane Falls. The 3-1 flipped out the knees for strike 2.
It's a noble profession. Be a firefighter, and a wildfire firefighter at that. It's tough, hard job.
Ducharme shaking off the first couple of signs, agrees to this one from Owuduni. And the payoff pitch. Skipped up the middle. Done. On the backhand, decides to fire home as the run tries to score. They get the tag down, but a run to score before that. Bellingham ties it back up 4-4 as Matt Churchill able to score on the RBI ground up by Tyler Peschke and Nate Johnson, the one who was caught out. So no runners left on base, and again, there is 1 hit in this inning and a run scored off of no errors, tied 4 apiece as we head to the bottom of the 5th on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Come experience the Tap Room by Hellbent Brewing at Pybus Public Market, your family-friendly destination for exceptional craft beer, great food, and a welcoming atmosphere. With 20 rotating taps featuring Hellbent craft brews and local ciders, plus a full bar and local wine list, there's something for everyone. Their chef-driven seasonal menu showcases the freshest local ingredients with bold American and Pan-Asian flavors in every dish. Open daily, visit the Tap Room by Hellbent Brewing and embark on a flavor-filled journey right in the heart of the Wenatchee Valley.
Batter up for a big milestone. A proud sponsor of today's game, the Salcedo Group of Companies, is celebrating 25 years of trusted HVAC, electrical, and development work in our valley. Beyond their expertise, Salcedo is hitting it out of the park with philanthropy, generously supporting over 70 nonprofits, churches, and schools across Chelan, Douglas, and Grant counties. They're proud to be locally grown and committed to keeping our valley a great place to call home. Thank you, Salcedo Group of Companies.
NCW.News is your source for accurate and intensely local news across North Central Washington. Part of Ward Media, an independent company committed to local journalism, NCW.News provides stories from our network-respected community newspapers. Stay informed with news from the Lakeshore Mirror, Leavenworth Echo, Cashmere Valley Record, Quad City Herald, and Wenatchee Business Journal. With over 100 years recording the region's history, NCW.News and Ward Media keep communities engaged on the issues that matter most. Visit NCW.News for local news you can trust.
We're tied for a piece in the bottom of the fifth. First pitch to Landon White. Skied high towards the third baseline in foul territory. Peschke ranges back and snags it for out number one.
4 words for you. Big league pop-up. That was a mile high to the left side. Hats off to Peschke. That's one of those ones where the wind blows it, it's got spin on it, it's up there for a while, and you're able to reel it in. You know, it's just not an easy play.
And now it's Ryder Young. He's 0 for 2. The first pitch taken center cut for strike one. And Young today grounded out into a 6-4-3 double play in the first and struck out swinging in the third. The 0-1 skips in front of the plate for ball.
And he's got an 8-game on base streak, and at risk of having that snapped. Obviously, still plenty of game left. We're only in the bottom of the fifth.
1 ball, 1 strike. LeBach winds and deals. Young chases the ball in the dirt for strike two.
And he knew it too. You saw his facial expression there when he swung through it. Kind of grimaced a bit. Knew that that was not a pitch he should offer at.
The 1-2 pitch. Slider just a hair inside. A good take. Evens the count at 2s. Shadows being cast across Paul Thomas here off the big evergreen trees near the concession stand. And a 2-2 pitch. Young chases the ball in the dirt, but able to get a piece of it.
Yeah, that's that Ponderosa pine casting that long shadow across the ballpark. We learned that the other day. It's Ponderosa pine. It's a good-looking tree. Healthy. I don't know how old it is, but probably going to be there for a while.
LeBach, deep breath. The pitch. Young clips it foul, stays alive.
Eastern Washington known for their Ponderosa pines. As I've learned, my dad was in town here in Wenatchee the past few games. I was asking him about the Ponderosa pine. He was saying, yeah, it's kind of a staple of Eastern Washington, Central Washington as well.
I never heard about it until we had researched this. The 2-2 pitch. Inside ball 3.
And, you know, Washington just known for their evergreen trees in general. You know, the whole state. The evergreen state, you know, in the name.
Evergreen State, Apple Valley capital. Payoff pitch. Inside ball 4, and Young able to work a walk.
That's the definition of a quad right there. You get 2 strikes on you, you foul off a few pitches, stay alive, work it full, and then draw a walk. That is just the definition of a quality at-bat, a quad.
And now it's Aiden Lopez, the designated hitter. He's 1 for 2 today, a double and run scored in the second. Got that inning started for the Sox, where they tallied 3 runs. LeBach, set below the belt. The breath in the pitch. This pitch flared off the hands, out of play for strike 1.
Yeah, Lopez from Eagle Pass, Texas. Great town name. And he's with Grambling State. This past spring batted .345 with them. So, impressive spring for him.
Yeah, in the portal right now, too, looking for a long-term home. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Lopez takes it outside for a ball.
And he spent 2 years at Wharton College before that. Both years batting above .250. So, consistently hot at the plate.
A runner in first and Ryder Young. He worked a walk. LeBach gets the sign from Moss. And he fires. Lopez waves and misses on the breaking ball for strike 2.
And, you know, Lopez extended his on-base streak to 4 games with his double back in the second. That led off the inning, too.
1 ball, 2 strikes. LeBach looking for another strikeout here. He's set. Steps back and fires. The 1-2 skipped on a few hops over the glove of Hattori. He can't glove it. Young chops up short at second base, and there's the second error for the Bells.
A bit of a mental mistake from Hattori. I mean, a bounding ball to him that he had to charge on. Obviously, had to come in a waist and try and make a play on it, and went underneath his glove. I mean, there's no real explanation for that at all. Now 2 runners on and only 1 away.
Yeah, funky play there. You don't see that happen too much. You know, Zach Doyle, this guy 1 for 2 today. A run scored in the second off a single there. LeBlanc with runners at first and second. He hopes for a ground ball. The first pitch, dinked foul for strike 1.
You know, Doyle last summer played with the Hot Tots in the Northwoods League. You know who else played for the Hot Tots for 3 years before coming to the Sox?
Who did?
Jonas Shields.
Jonas Shields. I love that, the Hot Tots.
Mm-hmm.
LeBlanc. Pearson gets the sign. Kicking the pitch. Ground ball. Over the shortstop. It eats up Hattori. He tags second. The throw to first is not in time. They get the force out at second. But Doyle able to beat out the throw.
And to get on his horse there. Doyle, a quick guy. I mean, 4 stolen bases this year. He's made quite a few impressive plays in center field, tracking down some balls that otherwise would have been hits. So, not surprised that he busts up the line and breaks up the double play.
And second time, Hattori getting eaten up by a ball. Here's James Castanola. Moss goes out, gives his first and third signs. You know, Moss also a huge power pack right behind the outer straps of his chest guard. It's the power pack for his earpiece for their pitch comm.
Well, he's not busting any ghosts, huh?
No. The first offering. Castanola bounds it over to shortstop. Hattori moves in, fires the first in time for out number 3. The Sox lead runners at first and third off of no hits, 1 error, and no runs. We're still tied 4-4 as we head to the top of the 6th here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
What makes us so unique in the community is our pledge to generosity and excellence. At the heart of the Moeller family and our dedicated staff lies an unwavering dedication to the well-being of our community. We are proud of our role as a local family-owned funeral service provider. For us, it's not just about conducting funeral services, it's about extending a hand of compassion and support through life's most challenging moments. We stand ready to walk with you through these difficult times at your pace, caring for and supporting you each step of the way. Brookside Funeral Home, where compassion meets commitment.
When you need prescriptions filled, visit Wenatchee Clinic Pharmacy. Locally owned and in business since 1945, Wenatchee Clinic Pharmacy is your friendly Health Mart pharmacy ready to serve you. They've made it their goal to meet the special healthcare needs of families throughout North Central Washington. Stop in or use their convenient drive-thru to get all your questions answered and prescriptions filled. Wenatchee Clinic Pharmacy, 509-662-5801 and at 820 North Chelan.
Have you ever thought about how much you're on your feet? A comfortable pair of boots can make a real difference. If you've had a hard time finding a good pair of boots, visit Neil's Boots, Shoes and Repair, where you'll find a good selection of Danner boots, including Light 2s, Vicious, and Radical 453s. They also carry Smoke Jumper and Hawthorne white boots. Neil's Boots, Shoes and Repair, 811 South Wenatchee Avenue.
So the Sox swap one lengthy righty for another lengthy righties. We're tied 4 apiece. Jackson Dodd, Smith, Sly. You know, Smith, tell us more about this new arm.
Yeah, they're bringing in Tate Swanson, the freshman from Spokane Falls Community College. Spent the last spring with them, made 11 appearances out of the pen, all relief. Finished the spring with a 2.12 ERA, so efficient for him. 17 innings pitched on the dot, 21 strikeouts, 10 walks. So a good start to his college career there. He's 6'4" from the right side, so like you said, a real tall, kind of lanky righty for the Sox. This is going to be his 6th appearance with Wenatchee this summer. All have been in relief. He has an 11.57 ERA, which is not knocking your socks off by any means, but he could whittle that down here, of course, facing off against Romney Keybon, first in relief.
And Keybon today, the first strikeout victim for the Sox. First pitch from Swanson. He takes it center cut.
And that strikeout on Keybon back in the second was a drop third strike, and he got on base, and he came around to score.
James Castanol playing slightly in, even with the bag, as the pitch is outside for a ball. So a bit of a shift here. The rest of the infield playing back near the edge of the outfield grass, while Castanol decided to play in.
The 1-1. Outside, ball 2. Yeah, Swanson has his MLB comp as Brian Wu, which I could see it, but Jonathan Krishner on the Sox, I think, looks a little bit more like Brian Wu.
2 balls, 1 strike, and this pitch flared softly center field. Doyle on a few steps leisurely snags it for out number 1.
You know, Krishner not with the Sox anymore. You know, his year was done. I mean, a great season for him with Wenatchee, but he really did look a lot like Brian Wood. Like right-hander, same build, the hair, the flow, you know, the delivery, the smooth mechanics. It was all Brian Wu-esque.
You know, I'm still envious of his flow. I mean, I could never grow out something like that. I wish. In my dreams. Here's Dylan Moss, the catcher. First pitch from Swanson. It's inside for a ball.
Moss 0 for 1. The pitch hits him. Oh, man, off the left shoulder. Might have caught a piece of his neck as well, but he is unfazed, trotting into first stoically.
And Moss is a catcher. They're kind of the guys who look like they eat dirt, you know. They're just gritty, tough. They're not really bothered by that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and, you know, Moss, that guy got some bruises in game 1. KG Hattori with 1 out and a man over at first. Sox are hoping for a 2-ball here. So we're tied 4 apiece. The pitch. He takes it high, ball 1. And Hattori, quite a day for him. 2 for 2, pair of singles. Had an RBI in the second inning. The Bells have just chipped away. They picked up a run in the first, second, third, and the 5th. The 1-0 from the righty. Fastball on the outer half for strike 1.
Yeah, Hattori 2 for 2 today. Pair of singles. RBI single in the second. You know, but if the math holds true, he's, you know, not due for a hit.
The 1-1 pitch from Tate Swanson. Swing and a miss late on the high fastball. 93 miles an hour.
Right-hander, man, he is running it up on them.
As are a lot of the pitchers for the Sox. You see a lot of 90s, low 90s, flirting with the mid-90s.
Swanson looking for a K. The 1-2 pitch. Runner goes. Swinging a chopper. Second base side. Done. Can't glove it. He falls. Moss heads for third, and runners are at the corners with 1 out.
The errors are just piling up for the Sox. They only have 2 so far in this game. An error back in the 3rd, now 1 here in the 6th. But a couple of errors against the Bells as well. And both these teams just passing blunders back and forth.
Yeah, it's just, you know, like you said, Smith, earlier, it's like a boxing match. Each team, well, just trading blows here, and now it's error for error.
Yeah, it's taking turns, punching each other in the face.
Top of the order, Rashad Hayes, runners at the corners. You know, a ground ball double play still gets him out of the inning as Swanson checks over to first. Oh, the count. Swanson still waiting the first offering, and he fires to Rashad Hayes, the leadoff man. Instead, he'll go over to first. White, nice tag there, but once again, Hattori is in their seats.
Yeah, White has a very unique way of holding on the runners at first that he learned from Gonzaga. He's told us about it quite a few times.
The 0-0 pitch. The fastball swing and a miss. And, you know, Hayes, honestly, you know, he is due for a hit. He's 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts today, 2 to the shortstop and 1 to James Castanola in the 4th inning. The 0-1 pitch from Tate Swanson. Fastball dropped in there for a strike. Nice location.
Yeah, Hayes batting .291, 0 for 3. So if the math holds true, he'd probably go at least 1 for 4. So
yeah,
I'm expecting a base hit here.
This game tied 4-4. Runners at the corners and 1 out. The 0-2 pitch from Tate Swanson. Fouled. It hits off the netting and clips towards the stands. You don't see that happen too often.
Yeah, that foul ball from Dunn a few games ago that was lodged up in the netting was removed at some point before today's game. I don't know who got it, if it was banged out, but it's gone.
No balls, 2 strikes. Swanson kicks and deals. The pitch pulled over to Castagnolo. The run's going to score. The throw is in time. He could only go to first as KJ Hattori picked up a stolen bag there.
Kind of almost like a hit-and-run situation there. You know, Hattori stealing seconds, breaks up the double play, so Castagnolo, who kind of got handcuffed on that ground ball, his only option was to go to first. Now there's 2 away, and Bell's leading 5-4.
Yeah, Jaden Jackson, he's got 2 runs scored today off of 2 walks. Ground out to round it all off with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Here's his first pitch. He takes it outside, ball 1.
And it's funny, the Sox have allowed 4 walks today to the Bells. And the Bells walk at the second least rate at anybody in WCL, only 190 coming into this game.
1 ball, no strikes. Swanson, the kick and the pitch. Fastball, loud foul ball. It sends it towards the parking lot, and the count moves to 1 apiece.
I'll give you 5 guesses who's dead last for walks.
Port Angeles.
That's correct.
Yes. Here's the 1-1. Swanson drops it outside. O'Dooney thought about a pick over to second, but holds back. Counts 2-1.
Lefty's dead last for a lot of stats in WCL. Sox just swept them the series prior to this. Now in the rubber match here in Game 3 against the Bells, they have to win this one to win the series.
The pitch from Tate Swanson on the way. Fastball chopped up the middle, bounces through. Hattori gets the wave home. The throw at the plate. He got him! What a throw by Zach Doyle to prevent the run from scoring. Bellingham still does take the lead. It's 5-4, but what a play by Zach Doyle to prevent any further damage. More here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Your teenage years are full of unknowns. Your bank shouldn't be one of them. With People's Bank Teen Access Checking, account holders can build healthy money habits while learning to manage their spending. There are no monthly service charges, no balance requirements, and if the parent or guardian has an existing People's Bank account, adding Teen Access takes less than 10 minutes. You know your teen, we know banking. Teen Access Checking from People's Bank. Easy for them, easier for you. Member FDIC.
Hi folks, Kelly Herschel from Valley Tractor and Rentals, your one-stop Kubota shop. Kubota and Valley Tractor is keeping it simple. You want the best-selling compact tractor? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling compact excavator? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling compact skid steer? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling diesel zero-turn mower? Buy a Kubota. You want the best? Buy a Kubota. Kubota and Valley Tractor since 1948, Baker Flats, East Wenatchee.
Get drawn for Raceway Riches at 12 Tribes Casinos, and your horse will be a guaranteed winner. One lucky guest will be drawn every hour from 5 to 10 p.m. to watch their horse barrel down our Clinco Hill to win up to $5,000 every Friday and Saturday in July and August. Then on August 29th, get drawn for the finale to share in a total of $55,000 at 12 Tribes Omac Casino Hotel, Lake Chelan Casino, and Coulee Dam Casino. 12 Tribes Casinos. Far from the ordinary. Close to the adventure. Gambling problem? Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-522-4700.
So Kolobach's day is done after he tossed 3 innings, surrendered no hits, 1 run that was unearned. There was 2 walks by him on top of 2 strikeouts. And Smith, who is the new arm for Bellingham?
Well, it's the left-hander Charlie Decker coming in relief of Laubach. He's a sophomore from Thousand Oaks, California, currently at the University of Puget Sound. He's played 2 years in the California Collegiate League before now coming to the West Coast League, and coming into today is going to be his 9th appearance of the summer. and 6 of those appearances have been starts. So largely starts for him with the Bells. He's got a 2.48 ERA, very effective there. 36 1/3 innings pitched. He struck out 20, only walked 8. 20-8 the strikeout to walk ratio, and Takani Owaduni leading off again for the Sox.
And Bellingham leads 5-4, but Zach Doyle, what a play to finish off the 6th. He caught one of the runners, Kita Hattori, trying to steal home. As the pitch is outside to Owaduni for a ball. And Doyle working all the way in after a ground ball trickled through, able to get the throw in on time. Here's the 1-0. Owaduni smacks on one hop to Hattori. A throw to first in time.
He hit it hard, just right at a guy. You know, there's one hopper right to Hattori, who almost got eaten up by it, and just shows off, hey, I'm a good defender. Like, he has a few errors here in this game, but able to make up for it with that play right there.
Yeah, he was eaten up twice. You know, there was one official error, and second one, it was one that, you know, wasn't official, but it was a possible 2-ball that he bobbled, and it could only go 1. And it really kind of nipped some of the momentum Bellingham had in the bud. Here's Bryce Hampton. He flares the first pitch in foul territory near the bullpen of the Bells. Nobody goes for it, and the count's 0-1.
Hampton 0 for 2 today, but a productive out in the second. A sac fly to center field to score one of the 4 runs for the Sox. They still are trailing the Bells, though, 5-4.
Yeah, boxing match, Smith. You described it perfectly here. The 0-1. He skips it over to short. Hattori on a candy hop. Fires in time, out number 2.
Why drive to the dealership when the dealership can drive to you?
He's making up for, you know, a bit of a rough inning in the 5th. There are 2 ground balls straight to him.
Now, one was a bit of a harder play. That one a bit more of a candy hop, like you said. So, handling both the easy and the tough plays.
Top of the order now brings up Raphael Dunn. The all-star crowds the plate just a bit. He's got 2 outs, hopes to extend the inning. The first offering. He takes it center cut for a strike.
Yeah, he's 1 for 2 today. Leadoff single in the first, was hit on the hand in the second, and then a ground out to Hattori back in the 4th.
The lefty steps back and fires. Dunn takes the breaking ball in the dirt. Yeah, Dunn just so fast. I mean, this guy, like you said, has reached the lead for stolen bases in fewer games than Jonas Shields and Kai McGarry. The 1-1. Dunn flares it foul down the left field line, out of play. Decker looking for a 1-2-3 inning and hoping to cap it all off with the strikeout. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Decker. Dunn grounds it over Hattori. He fires, and it's in time. Hattori pretty much takes the Sox down himself. 3 straight ground balls to shortstop, and that's the inning. AppleSox still down 5-4 as we head to the 7th here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
AppleSox fans, if a foul ball leaves your car with a rock chip or broken windshield, take it to Discount Auto Glass. Locally owned, Discount Auto Glass specializes in rock chip repair, windshield replacement, mobile service, window tinting, and calibration service on all makes and models. Get your rock chip repaired at Discount Auto Glass, 888-0072 and at 901 Valley Mall Parkway in East Wenatchee, across from 7-Eleven.
At Lipke Insurance, your protection is our first priority. Hi, this is Jeff Brown, president of Lipke Insurance. Don't be fooled by gimmicks or cut rate insurance. We offer real protection provided by real professionals. At Lipke Insurance, we understand every person is unique, and that's why we work with numerous top companies to find the right coverage at the best price. That's value. That's Lipke Insurance. Let us help you before you need it. Let's talk today.
Lipke Insurance. Call 888-902-1800. Online at lipke.com.
Hop into my Chevy. We're gonna take a ride. We're going down to Easy's Burgers, where the food is dynamite. Easy's Burgers. Easy's Burgers, oh yeah. Fast, friendly, and delicious. They really do it right. Serving up those burgers every day and every night. Big kids, little kids, mom and dad too. Easy's Burgers. Made fresh
5-4 your score in the 7th. Bellingham leads, and for the play-by-play, here's Smith Sly.
Thank you, Jackson. Sox went down in order there in the bottom of the 6th inning. 3 straight ground balls to Hattori at shorts. It's been 6 in a row to him, including the frame prior, and 9 to him total so far today. He's handled most of them, minus 2 ones that he's bobbled, 1 an official error, and 1 that he just couldn't turn for the double play. Now to the top of the 7th inning, the Bells swinging. It's Matt Churchill, Nate Johnson, and Bo Schinkel due up, facing off against Tate Swanson, still out there in relief for the Sox. And Swanson's first offering, Churchill. He runs it inside. It misses for a ball.
Yeah, Churchill with the first hit of the day for the Bells with a double in the first.
Here's his 1-0 pitch. Off the end of the bat, foul straight back to the backstop.
The Sox, another arm warming up in their bullpen. We'll see who that is later.
Yeah, Vincent DeMarco started this game, went 2 2/3 innings, handed it off to Ducharme, who went 2 1/3, and now it's Swanson here in the 7th. He winds the 1-1. Chopped down the left field line and foul. A member of the AppleSox dugout will grab it. And it's 5-4 here in the 7th inning. Sox and Bells trading blows throughout this game. 2 strikes on Churchill. Swanson's pitch. And the breaking ball slipped out of his hands and missed inside.
Bellingham very consistent today. The only time they did not put a run on the board was in the 4th. Every single inning besides that, they've tallied 1.
Swanson looking for his first strikeout tonight. Off the end of the bat, cued right to the Bellingham dugout. Duck and cover, and luckily it misses all of them.
Yeah, watch your lips there, man. Hate to do that there.
And keep your head on the swivel. So the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes on Churchill. He leads off things here in the 7th. Bells up by a run. Swanson shakes off Oweduni. Likes this offering. Here it is. Fastball inside, grazes his knuckles, and the count is full. Blank canvas for Churchill here, leading off in the 7th, and nobody outs. The payoff from Swanson. Inside, ball 4, quality at bat for Churchill as a leadoff base runner for Bellingham.
2 errors and 5 walks by the Sox today. They're really just handing free passes to the Bells all day.
Here's Nate Johnson, DH today for the Bells. He's 1 for 2, a double in the 5th. And, of course, unable to come around to score in that 5th frame. Flew out in the 2nd and grounded into an inning-ending double play back in the 1st. He's got Churchill there at first base. And the pitch to Johnson. Way high. He takes it for a ball.
Yeah, he's starting to lose his command here in the 7th. Did pretty well in the 6th. Gave up a hit there.
Good velocity for him on the fastball. 90 miles an hour there on top shelf. Johnson doesn't offer it, though. Here's his 1-0 pitch. In the dirt, it kicks away from Oweduni, and that will move Churchill into 2nd with a pass ball.
And Oweduni came up too early on that ball right there instead of staying down, chesting it up, and really just covering the ball, but that one, it slips away from him, and Swanson now going to have to talk to pitching coach Quincy Vassar.
Yeah, Quincy Vassar walking out to talk to him. And this mound visit brought to you by the New America Performing Arts Center. 250 years ago, the spark was lit, and a new America was forged in the flames. From the New America Performing Arts Center and Jamie Donegan Productions, Hot August Nights features Tony Award-winning Best Musical 1776, July 31st through August 15th at New America PAC. Tickets for 1776 now on sale at newamericapac.org. Let's also take a thank you for Wenatchee Valley Farmers Market. Solidarity Credit Union presents the Wenatchee Valley Farmers Market every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the west lots of Pybus Public Markets. So the meeting of the minds concludes, and Johnson's still up to bat for the Bells. Runner at 2nd base. Of course, that's Churchill there. Swanson sets, and the pitch to him. Hits it foul, straight back, and out of play. And the Sox wearing their baby blue jerseys today with the white pants. Bellingham in their road grays. Gray tops, gray bottoms.
They lead this game 5-4 here in the 7th. And the pitch on the way to Johnson. Low. It's blocked up by Owaduni. He keeps this one in front. And that's ball 3.
The Bells had a really cool set of uniforms yesterday. All baby blue with yellow lettering.
Full count on Johnson. And the payoff to him. Painted on the outside edge for strike 2. And still no outs here in the 7th with a runner on second base. That's Churchill. Full count on Johnson and the payoff. Low and away, ball 4. Back-to-back walks coughed up by Swanson. And the Bells looking to extend their lead here in the 7th.
And looks like after that, that's going to be it for Tate. Swanson, again, just walks are ailing the Sox today.
Yeah, like you said, it's done for Swanson. He hands off the rock to Quincy Vassar, and we'll figure out who the new face is and talk all about him when we come back here. You're listening to AppleSox Baseball on the AppleSox Radio Network.
I have come to the conclusion that one useless man is called a disgrace, that 2 are called a law firm, and that 3 or more become a Congress. And by God, I have had this Congress.
250 years ago, the spark was lit, and a new America was forged in the flames. From the Numerica Performing Arts Center and Jamie Donegan Productions, Hot August Nights features Tony Award-winning musical 1776. July 31st through August 15th at the Numerica Pack. Tickets for 1776 now on sale at numericapack.org.
Mission Ridge, proud sponsor of AppleSox Baseball, says, let's go, Sox. Hope you're enjoying the game. Head up to the Chair 5 Pub at Mission Ridge. Open Fridays through Sundays all summer long. It's your spot for great food, local drinks, and unbeatable mountain views high above the valley. Whether you're wrapping up a day on the trails, looking to cool off from the summer heat, or just want a relaxed place to hang out with friends and family, the Chair 5 Pub delivers. Keep the good times rolling after the final inning. Visit missionridge.com to learn more.
Wenatchee businesses, step up to the plate. Firefly is your hometown MVP for managed IT and cybersecurity, protecting your time and tech since 1992. For a limited time, Firefly is offering a free vulnerability scan to help pinpoint the gaps in your security and bring clarity to your risks before they turn into errors on the scoreboard. Call 509-663-TECH today to secure your scan and stop the bad guys from stealing home.
And a pair of walks to start the 7th inning chases Tate Swanson out of this game. He goes just 1 inning in relief, allowing no hits, 2 walks, no strikeouts, and now he will give way to Tyler Skylman, one of the 2 Skylman brothers on the roster for the AppleSox, making his 4th cameo of the summer, 4.5 the ERA for him with 2 strikeouts and 5 walks. He, of course, is committed to Montana State Billings for next year, of course, after spending 2 years with Wenatchee Valley here at Paul Thomas, then going on to play for Georgia Gwinnett this past spring, made 4 appearances there, all in relief, and ended the year with a 27 ERA. Not very indicative of the kind of pitcher that he is. And of course, it's Bo Schinkel here. The first batter he'll face in relief. 2 runners on. That's Johnson at first, Churchill at second. As Skylman, the righty, gets his signs and comes set, working from the first base half of the rubber. Stares down Churchill at second. Now delivers. Schinkel squares the bunt, yanks it back, pitches in the dirt for a first pitch ball.
And talking to Skellman here pregame for Apples to Athletes, you know, him and his brother Joe did play with each other in 2025 at WVC, but an injury ailed him, and he didn't get to see the field much with his brother.
1-0 pitch to Schinkel with no outs and 2 runners on. Squares the bunt, fouls it off right to the mask of Henry De Jesus, the home plate umpire. How unlucky is that? The foul tip evaded Owaduni and went on a beeline right to De Jesus' face. And now both Sisk and Owaduni will have a conversation with him, make sure that his eyes are both looking in the same direction.
Yeah, you know, that can't feel good. I mean, you know, one, we talk about it for a catcher, but also for an umpire. I mean, you look at the 2 masks these guys have. Owaduni, the full, just bulky mask, and then our home plate of Henry De Jesus, just a tiny one with offers protection, but not as much.
Yeah, it clanged off the wiring. Yeah, like I said, the 2-piece mask that
sometimes can come undone when it gets just slapped by a baseball like that. And he's no worse for wear. Pops the mask back on, settles back in right behind Owajuni, and the count 0-2. Our meet 1-1 on Schinkel. So 1 ball, 1 strike with no outs on Schinkel. Of course, the runner at second, Churchill, and the runner at first, Johnson. Schinkel looking to come up clutch here for the Bells. They're up by 1 run here in the 7th. And Scalman's offering. Squares the bunt. Pops it down the third base line for Castanola, who bobbles it, butchers the play. Everybody's safe, and the bases are loaded for the Bells. Castanola just hiccups that play.
That was a beautifully placed bunt there by, Schinkel there. But, Castanola, you got to glove that one. I mean, it's a textbook one. You're running in. He almost had it. He kind of kicked it up to his bare hand, but then it slipped out.
Bases loaded, no outs. Tyler Peschke up to the plate. 1 for 3 today. An RBI single in the 5th. You got Schinkel at first, Johnson at second, Churchill at third. Scalman comes sets. The right-hander kicks and deals. Downstairs, ball 1.
We're going to jam here for Tyler Scalman, and none of this his fault.
He inherited 2 base runners from Swanson, started the inning with a pair of walks. And now he delivers the 1-0. Hit high in the air and deep to right field. Doyle going way back, looking for this ball. He reaches up for the catch. Churchill tags. He scores. It's 6-4, Bellingham.
Bellingham just being pesky, doing an amazing job of timely hitting and capitalizing off AppleSox's mistakes.
And Johnson was also tagging on that fly ball. He moves to third. Schinkel stays put at first, though. So now, with 1 away, there's runners on the corners for the Bells. Schinkel at first, Johnson at third, and it's Robin Akebon up to bats, left-hander. Kid who just finished his first year at the University of Nevada, batted .342 with the Wolfpack. He was deadly in the Mountain West in his first offering. And Akebon watches the curveball fall under the zone. That's the first pitch ball.
Yeah, and Akebon, bit of a disappointing day for him. Pair of flyouts and a strikeout in the second, but reach on a drop third strike.
He's due for a hit here with a runner 90 feet away. Pitch. Takes a fastball outside, cuts the corner, count evens.
A nice pitch there by Scalman. Also a two-way guy. Had an at-bat last night. Got his first start of the season in left field in Port Angeles.
Bells lead 6-4 here in the 7th. Now the 1-1 offering to Akebon. And Scalman instead will pick off to first. Schinkel, he's in safely.
Talk to Scalman also. He was saying that playing with the Sox, growing up here in Wenatchee, just a full circle moment.
1-1 pitch to Akebon. Tomahawk through the right side on the ground. White was diving and can't make the play. Fields is up with the ball, throws in as Schinkel got on his horse and is into third base. Johnson, of course, scores, and the Bells just continue to add on to their lead.
Nice effort there by White to dive and try and keep it at least in the infield if he could not have fielded it. But, man, Bellingham doing a great job of timely hitting. We talk about it in this whole entire series with runners in the scoring position. They usually bring them home.
That's the youngster Dylan Moss. Batting from the right side, runners on the corners. A little deja vu here for the Sox. And the first offering to Moss. Inside, it clips the Evo Shield, a hit by pitch on the very first pitch. And again, the bases are loaded. So, bases loaded and 1 away here in the 7th. The Bells have already struck for 2. The Sox getting themselves into a pickle of their own creation. It's KG Hattori, 9-hole batter, who is 2 for 2 today. RBI single in the 2nd and a single in the 4th. And his first pitch from Scalman. Fouls it on a chopping ground ball right at the on-deck circle. And Rashad Hayes had to dive out of the way.
Scalman in a tough spot. The second time this inning, he's had bases loaded. The first time really was not his fault, but now kind of doing it to himself.
Bells lead 7-4 here in the 7th. They lead by 3. They've already struck for 2 in this frame. Bases loaded, 1 away. Hattori at the plates. Pitch to him. Fouls it to the glove of Owaduni. It spits in and out. That's strike 2.
Good shot here. A strikeout is huge for Skyleman. Hopefully he achieves the feat.
He came in to relieve Swanson in this inning after a pair of walks put 2 runners on. And Skyleman unable to quell the Bellingham offense. 0-2 on Hattori for the punch-outs. Shot down the first base line. It bangs off of first base into right field, and that is going to score a pair of runs. Schinkel scores. Keybon scores. Moss into third. They throw it in, and that is a 2-run RBI double from Hattori, the 9-hole hitter.
And Moss almost came in, too, but a good relay in to hold him over at third base as he went about halfway.
4 runs for the Bells in this inning, off of now 2 hits. And man, this game getting out of hand for the Sox. It's 9-4 in the top of the 7th. Skyleman getting punched in the mouth in relief. He took over for Swanson and has only been able to get 1 out. And on cue, there's Quincy Vassar. And here comes a new face out of the pen for the AppleSox. It's a shorts and sweets relief outing for Tyler Skyleman. We'll figure out who the new face is in just a little bit. Don't go anywhere. It's AppleSox Baseball here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Hey, get the goat off the AC vent.
This time of year, we are right there with the goat, hanging out and trying to stay cool.
Folks can start quotes on our website, WenatcheeInsurance.com.
And you can schedule an in-person video or phone appointment.
No one should have to sweat about insurance.
We are a locally owned independent agency, so we can walk people through a variety of options.
Make sure you're covered, maybe even save some money.
So give us a call or text today, 509-295-9055.
And then get back to the AC with the goat.
At Banner Bank, cheering on the AppleSox is just one more way they show their appreciation for the Wenatchee Valley. When it comes to your finances, it's all about how they can help you move forward with truly personal service, smart financial solutions, and being the local expert by your side when it matters most. In fact, Banner Bank has been named one of the 100 best banks in America by Forbes for 10 straight years and one of Newsweek's best regional banks again this year. Stop by your local Wenatchee branch or visit bannerbank.com. Banner Bank member FDIC.
Let's give a big hand to a proud sponsor of today's game, the Salcedo Group of Companies. Celebrating 25 years of serving our valley, Salcedo does it all, from top-tier HVAC and electrical expertise to major local development. Today, they're proving their philanthropic heart by supporting over 70 local organizations across Chelan, Douglas, and Grant counties, including our very own Wenatchee AppleSox. Locally grown and deeply committed, Salcedo continues to invest in everything that makes our valley home. Thank you, Salcedo Group of Companies.
After just a third of an inning, Tyler Skyleman is done for the day. He takes a seat on the bench and will give way for Luke Patterson, the right-hander in relief. The kid from Gilbert, Arizona at Scottsdale Community College, making his 3rd appearance for the Sox this summer. He's facing the leadoff, Rashad Hayes. The first pitch to him is a fastball inside. Hayes jackknifes away. That's ball 1. Yeah, the Bells have already struck for 4 runs in the 7th, and there's only 1 away. Just runners on 2nd and 3rd. That's Moss at 3rd, Hattori at 2nd. The 1-0 to Hayes. Inside again, ball 2.
Yeah, and the AppleSox just struggling with locating all day. It's been the message for them as they've thrown 5 arms.
2 balls, no strikes on Hayes. Patterson glances at 2nd and delivers. Slider slid outside, and it's 3 straight balls on Hayes.
And Bellingham is, looking at a inning where they batted around the whole entire time.
3 balls, no strikes on Hayes. Hattori there at 2nd with the RBI double a few seconds ago. Here's the 3-0 pitch to Hayes. Goes after a top-shelf fastball, hits it straight up, straight back into the crowd.
They did it in the 3rd in yesterday's ball game on a 2-out rally.
That's kind of been the theme for this series. 2-out rallies, big innings, and a bit of a boxing match, as it is here today. But now it's 9-4. Bells leading by 5. Here's the offering. Center cut, strike 2. And Patterson battling back into this count.
That's all you ask. I mean, you got runners at second and third. You got to battle. Like you said, Smith, you have to find a way to get this guy out.
With one away and runners at second and third. The payoff pitch to Hayes. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. How about that? No better way to start your day in relief than with a swinging K.
And that's starting on a 3-0 count as well. Great job by Patterson in a clutch moment to pick up the strikeout.
Here's Jaden Jackson with 2 away and still 2 runners on and both in scoring position. Moss at third, Hattori at second. It's 9-4, Bells on top. Patterson's pitch to the left-hander. Fastball outside.
It's like he'll get down early but then climb back, and you know, it's great he gets the outcome he wants, but you got to fire him with the first pitch strike.
The 1-0. Inside, and it gets away from Owadui to the backstop. Moss chugs to the plates. There's no throw. He's safe, and he scores on a pass ball.
Another pass ball today, and the Sox have been fortunate. Not a lot have brought home runners, but now with runners in the scoring position, the Sox's pitching struggles are really starting to show.
5 runs here in the 7th. It's 10-4. Bells on top. And the 2-0 pitch to Jackson is way high, way outside. 3 straight balls. 3-0 count on the young kid. Patterson's pitch. Gets into the zone for strike 1. Like you said, Patterson gets behind and now climbing back in.
And, you know, if it works, it works. But really, you don't have a lot of room to work with.
3-1 pitch to Jackson. Hits this high to center field. Doyle giving it some room. He's there for the catch, for the out, and the side retired. But the Bellingham Bells, manhandle the Sox here in the 7th inning. It's 5 runs off, only 2 hits, but no errors, and 1 man left out on the base pass. The Bells now lead it 10-4. Heading to the bottom of the 7th. Can the Sox respond? Let's find out here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Your official radio station for the Wenatchee AppleSox is Sunny FM. KCSY Twist, the greatest hits of all time.
NCW.news is your source for accurate and intensely local news across North Central Washington. Part of Ward Media, an independent company committed to local journalism, NCW.news provides stories from our network-respected community newspapers. Stay informed with news from the Lakeshore Mirror, Leavenworth Echo, Cashmere Valley Record, Quad City Herald, and Wenatchee Business Journal. With over 100 years recording the region's history, NCW.news and Ward Media keep communities engaged on the issues that matter most. Visit NCW.news for local news you can trust.
Hit a home run with LocalTel Communications. For over 40 years, we've been Central Washington's trusted telecom provider, delivering fast internet and reliable phone service. Whether you're streaming the big game, video chatting with loved ones, or running your business smoothly, LocalTel has you covered. Join the LocalTel family today and enjoy the best connectivity in the region. Visit us at localtel.com to learn more.
Summer starts with membership at the Rack. Pack your calendar with camp, rack, swim, and tennis lessons, summer swim team, indoor and outdoor pickleball, tennis tournaments, play programs, and so much more. It is so easy and fun for the whole family to stay active and fit all summer long when you join the Rack. Summer classes and camps are filling fast, so don't delay. Call the Rack today. That's Wenatchee Racket and Athletic Club, or use the Rack app for program registration. See all the details at rack.org or call 662-3544. The Rack, where we play every day.
The Bells hang a 5 spot in the 7, extend their lead to 10-4 as Noah Fields leads off for the Sox here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The first pitch to him is high for a ball.
And the Sox utilizing 5 arms so far. Luke Patterson was the most recent one.
Decker on the mound for the Bells. His 1-0 pitch. Center cut, taken for a strike.
You saw 3 pitchers in the 7th. It was Tate Swanson, then Tyler Skyman, who only pitched a third of an inning, and then Patterson.
And the pitching staff for the Sox struggling today. A lot of free passes and a lot of timely hits given up. And the 1-1, Fields fouls this off the netting. It careens to Landon White on deck, who grabs it and tosses to the dugout, and it's strike number 2.
And Bellingham, so consistent today. The only inning they did not score was the 4th.
And they've just been bleeding the Sox to death, and finally it all culminated in that 5-run inning in the 7th. Here's the 1-2. Line drive to center field, tailing, and it falls right in front of Schinkel, who was unable to run and make a play on it. So that's a leadoff single for the Sox, and that's just what they needed, down by 5 runs.
Reminiscent of a drive right there, a golf shot, and the way it tailed into center field. Let's get to see Noah Fields getting some good contact there.
First baseman, number 22.
That's a 12th quality at bat for the Sox today. Of course, the Bells put up 13 so far today. Again, both these teams fairly even, but the score not reflecting that. It's 10-4. Bellingham leading by 6 runs. Now with Noah Fields at first base, Landon White batting. Pitch to him. High and away, he takes that for a first pitch ball. And no outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Fields at first base with a leadoff single a few moments ago. White at the plate, batting from the right side versus the left-hander Decker. His offering. High and outside, can't clip the corner. 2 straight balls.
White just managed to take control of the hit lead on the team, as you had Dunn, who tied it up at 37, but White with a single in that first to now move him up to 38.
2-0 count on him with no outs. The pitch. And that is right there for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike on White, the All-Star, on loan from Gonzaga. Having a great year with the Sox. Wants to continue it here in a clutch spot. 2-1. And the offering is just a hair outside, and it's 3 balls, 1 strike on White's.
Big league take there by White, just a hair off the plate, but able to hold back and find a better one.
He's got a hitter's count here. 3 balls and 1 strike. Runner on. Sox down by 6 runs. They got a mountain to climb. Pitch from Decker. And he crushes this ball high to left field, but the ballpark holding it for Jackson in left, who makes the catch, and that's the first down of the inning.
If the wind hadn't gotten that ball, that might have been an out. Out of here for Landon White. I mean, a huge barrel there. You can hear it in the ballpark, but the wind blowing out towards the right just mitigates all the momentum he had.
And if you want to hit a ball out, you got to go to right field. If you're a righty, shoot it the opposite way. If you're a lefty, hit the pole ball. Here's Ryder Young, the low rider, with 1 away and 1 runner on. The offering from Decker. Floats it in for a strike.
Yeah, Young today grounded it into a double play in the first, a strikeout in the 3rd, and a walk in the 5th inning.
0-1 count on him with 1 out. Fields there at first base. And this next offering cuts the outside corner. Ryder Young takes it for back-to-back strikes.
And Young a bit of a hero last night. Solo shot put the Sox down by 1, but they just could not deliver after it.
0-2 pitch. High and away. He takes that one. Ball 1.
Everybody clap your hands.
Yeah, Ryder Young. 0 for 2 today. Struck out swinging and grounded into an inning-ending double play in the first frame. He can make up for it right here. The 1-2. Inside, it bends him back, and that evens the counts.
Yeah, in that game last night, it was Young's solo shot and then back-to-back strikeouts to close out the ball game.
2 balls and 2 strikes on it. 1 away. Decker, the left-hander, set from his chest. The pitch. Young chops this off the plates. Foul, and dribbles all the way to the AppleSox dugouts.
He's staying alive. Good AB here. That's what you need when you're in this big of a hole.
Fields at first base. He reached via the leadoff single to start this inning. 2-2 pitch on the way to Young. Hits him right on the tailbone. And that is a painful free 90 for Ryder Young.
Gets on base. It's all the Sox could really ask for out of him. Unfortunately, like you said, Smith, bit of a painful way to do it.
And of course, that's will bump Fields to second. And now Aiden Lopez will bat with one away, 2 runners on. Young at first, Fields at second. And the Sox still trailing by 6 runs. It's 10-4 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Game 3 of the series versus the Bells, the rubber match. Sox won Game 1 comfortably, and the Bells edged them out in Game 2. Decker's first pitch to Lopez. And that's in there for a strike. Moss faked the back pick attempts, and they get ahead on Lopez. And it's a left-handed batter for Lopez and a left-handed pitcher in Decker. So lefty-on-lefty action here. The offering to Lopez. Slider in there for a strike. He takes it.
Lopez got to swing the bat here. In yesterday's ball game, the Sox struck out 15 times. 5 of those backwards Ks.
No balls and 2 strikes. Decker wants to put Lopez away for his first punch out tonight. Ground ball through the right side, and it finds its way to right field. Stop sign put up for Noah Fields at third. They hold him there, and the bases are loaded for the Sox with 1 away here in the 7th.
Yeah, tough pitch there. It was a outer half breaking ball, and he pulled it. You don't usually want to do it. You want to take it the way it was pitched, but hey, it works and gives the Sox bases loaded.
Here's Zach Doyle, who has been not as hot as he has been in the last few games. Of course, today a single in the second came around to score. Reached via an error and reached via fielder's choice as well. His first pitch taken for a strike right down the middle. And he's reached every single time today. Can he keep that streak going for the 4th straight at bat? His 0-1. Grounded to first. It eats up Churchill, but he's able to grab it and steps on first for the out. But Fields comes across to score, and the Sox chip into the lead.
A great job there. And now a pinch hitter in Tyler Jones. He's coming in for James Castanola.
Tyler Jones, the commit to the University of Portland. 2 years with the Oregon Ducks, and now makes the drive up north to play with Portland. Of course, lending his talents to the Sox here this summer. And of course, he bats in lieu of James Castanola.
Yeah, talking to Jones pregame, he's looking for the fastball, laying off all spin he sees, unless he needs to wave at it.
2 runners on for the Sox, both in scoring position. And the first offering to Jones. Inside, he takes for a ball. And you got Young at third, Lopez at second, Jones at the plate. Sox only down by 5 runs. It's 10-5 here in the 7th inning. Decker, the left-hander, from the third base side of the rubber. The pitch is high and outside, back-to-back balls.
Good start here by Jones. Knows his strike zone. Going to work the count well.
He wants to come up clutch here for the Sox. Base hit would score a pair and put the Sox only down by 3. His 2-0 pitch. Tickles the top rung, strike 1. Hitters count for Jones. 2 balls and 1 strike on him. With 2 away and 2 in scoring position. Can he come up clutch? Upstairs, ball 3.
A great AB for him here as Decker trying to get him with some high fastballs, but Jones able to hold back on it.
He knows what pitch he wants. And even favorable counts for him here. 3 balls, 1 strike. The offering from Decker. Wave and a miss on the fastball at the top of the zone, and the count fills up.
He tried to go yard on that one there, swinging out of his shoes, and don't blame him. It's a fastball. Center cut, that's the pitch you want to smack.
3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs, 2 runners on in scoring position. The payoff to Jones. Cuts it back to the nets, and Jones able to play the spoiler.
And right there, he's chasing the high fastball he laid off of all that bat. And, though you have 2 strikes, there is no need to chase any wild pitches.
Count stays put at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Sox have already struck for 1 run. They're still down by 5. The payoff again to Jones. Froze him on the inside corner. It spits out of the glove of Moss. He puts the tag down on Jones. The home crowd is very fired up about that call. And the side retired for the AppleSox. 1 run off of a pair of hits, no errors, and 2 men drowned out on the base paths. They still trail the Bells 10-5 now as we head to the 8th inning here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Dr. Scott Bibbins Family Dentistry. Friendly, professional staff where they take care of all of your dentistry needs. Fillings, cleanings, root canals, crowns and bridges, orthodontic appliance therapy, oral surgery, and dental implants. Complete dentistry for the whole family, where their experienced staff takes pride in offering comfortable care in a relaxed atmosphere and strive to exceed your expectations. Dr. Scott Bibbins Family Dentistry. Now at their new home at 445 Mission Street, across from Banner Bank in Wenatchee. The convenient parking off Mission and 5th Street.
Since 1977, Hagelin's Trophies has provided North Central Washington with the best in awards. Capture those special memories with a trophy, plaque, or award from Hagelin's Trophies. They also engrave name badges, desk and wall signs, and can customize your badges, signs, and awards with your logo on their laser engraving system. If you need promotional items, they can help there too. Hagelin's Trophies, 123 North Chelan and Wenatchee, and at Hagelin'sTrophies.com.
Discover what Premier Senior Living is all about at Blossom Valley Assisted Living and Blossom Creek Memory Care in beautiful Wenatchee. Blossom Valley Assisted Living and Blossom Creek Memory Care communities provide seniors with a stress-free style of living that enhances the mind, body, and spirit. There's always so much going on, from shopping trips to gardening to fitness activities. Plus, you can enjoy peace of mind knowing that trained care staff are present 24/7. Schedule a private tour experience at Blossom Valley and Blossom Creek.
And the Sox dig into the Bellingham lead there in the bottom of the 7th, but leave some meats on the bone with 2 runners left on base. The first pitch to Matt Churchill, who leads off in the 8th, is inside for a strike. And now the 0-1 pitch to him. Inside, ball 1. Yeah, the Sox able to get some traffic on there in the 7th. Like I said, leaving 2 runners on base in scoring position. Here's the 1-1 to Churchill. He skies this, popped up in the infield. And foul ground to the left side. It's Akani Uwaduni who ditches the mask and makes the catch right in front of Tyler Jones for the first out of the frame.
Smith, the amount of big league pops-ups we've seen today from both sides towards the left side of the field is a lot. We don't usually see that much.
Here's Nate Johnson. 1 out and still no one on for the Bells here in the top of the 8th inning. We are just underway. Bells lead at 10-5 here in Game 3, the series decider. Sox won Game 1, Bells won Game 2. Pitch Johnson. Breaking ball. Outside, he takes for a ball.
And Johnson bats .236. Decent day for him today. 21 hits on total of the season.
1-0 pitch. Johnson wasn't ready for it. He was backing out of the box. And it looks like they're going to call a no pitch on that. And actually, that was a strike down the middle. A little bit of confusion there. So the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. And the offering inside, it misses the corner. And the count now, 2 balls and 1 strike.
And Johnson still keeps on asking and wondering what the count is.
A little bit of confusion there.
And we just changed the count to 3-0.
We don't know what the count is. Here's the 2-1. And the 2-seam slides into the zone for strike 2. So now the count at 3 balls and 1 strike. Here's the offering to Johnson. Ripped through the 4-hole into right field, and Johnson, a hard round, first base, the throw in. He'll have to hold up there, and that's a loud single off the barrel of Johnson.
Loud indeed, 102 miles an hour off the bat through the 4-hole. He smacked that, a perfect barrel.
And drags up Bo Schinkel. 1 away, 1 runner on for the Bells. They lead it by 5 runs here in the 8th, top of the 8th inning. Schinkel, 1 for 2 today. Single and a strikeout, and then reached via an error. Here's pitch to him. The curveball drops too far under the zone, and it's a first pitch ball. Schinkel batting from the left side. Patterson pitching from the right side. He took over back in the 7th. Inherited a sticky situation from Skyleman. 1-0 pitch. Outside, ball 2.
And just like his first inning of work, he gets down early in the count and then tries to battle back.
2 balls, no strikes on Schinkel. With a runner on first base, that's Johnson. Here's the offering. A bit high and tight, but it cuts the upper inner edge for strike 1.
Still a hitter's count for Schinkel. A lot he can do on this.
Hitter's count indeed, 2-1, with 1 away here in the 8th. Patterson's pitch. Fastball ran it outside, and the count becomes even more favorable on Schinkel. 3 balls and 1 strike. He's going to get something good to hit here. Can he mash it and extend the lead for the Bells? Let's find out. Upstairs, ball 4, and now 2 runners on for Bellingham.
The Sox have already utilized 5 pitchers so far today. You'd hate to throw another.
There is some motion down in the AppleSox bullpen. It's Chihiro Sato getting loose, the kid from Tokyo. So worst comes to worst, you have Sato coming in to relieve Patterson, but not quite there yet. Here's Tyler Peschke batting from the right side. Patterson looks to second and now delivers. Pitch parachuted into right field. That falls. That's a base hit, and that is going to score a run. As Johnson comes around to score, Schinkel into third, and it's an RBI single for Peschke.
A great piece of hitting there. Taking the pitch where it was at, center cut, hit it the other way towards the right center gap, but not much Fields or Doyle can do to prevent that run from coming across.
It's the 14th quality at bat for the Bells here in today's game. Here's Romnick Keybon. 1 away, runners on the corners. Patterson set from the belt, and the pitch. Inside, spun him away. That's ball 1. And Keybon, a returner to Bellingham, played with them last summer. Batted .276 with them. Of course, he's batting .231 thus far this year. His 1-0 pitch. Painted on the outside corner for a strike.
Beautiful slider there, back door. Sweeping across the righty batter box and hits the outer black.
Even count, 1-1 with 1 away, 2 runners on. Here's the pitch. Another backdoor slider and another strike taken away.
Keybon, 2 runs scored today out of the Bells' 11.
It's 11-5. Bells on top here in the 8th. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Keybon. A defensive swing, fouls it off the glove and equipment of Owaduni. Keybon lives to see another pitch. And he decided to swing pretty late on that one, when the pitch was about 3/4 of the way there. Runner still in the corner for the Bells. And the 1-2 again to Keybon. And that slider misses low and away, and that's going to even the count.
Yeah, very indecisive on that last swing. I mean, if you're going to go at it, you got to give it your all.
Patterson's got 1 strikeout tonight. Can he make it 2? Let's see. High and away, ball 3, fills the count. And the Bells have Peschke at first, Schinkel at third. Schinkel reached the walk. Peschke picked up the RBI single a few seconds ago. The payoff to Keybon. There goes Peschke taking off for second. The pitch was a mile high, a mile outside. Ball 4, bases loaded for Bellingham.
And that's 8 total walks today. The Sox have awarded Smith.
The free passes just rolling in for the Sox game after game here against the Bellingham Bells. We're in game 3 of the series. And the Sox are in danger of losing their 5 series win streak. They've won 5 straight coming into this. Now the first pitch to Dylan Moss. On the top rung, taken for a strike.
The Sox have only lost 1 series this year. It was the Wall Sweets end of the first half. And facing one here against Bellingham.
Here's the 0-1 to Moss. The curve, he crushes on a line drive to left field. It 1-hops to Young, and that is going to score Schinkel. Everybody up 90 feet, and the Bells just continue to extend the lead.
This hit train just keeps on rolling. It's a single, then a walk, a single, and a walk, and now we're back to a single. If the pattern repeats itself, it's going to be a walk here on Hattori.
15 quality at-bats for the Bells. They lead it 12-5. and just continue to put this game out of the reach of the Sox. Obviously, a little bit of time left for them to possibly dig back into this game. And there's only one away here in the 8th. Now it's the bottom of the order. KG Hattori starting at shortstop today. First pitch to him. Goes after it. Hits a floater, a parachute to left, and that will fall. And that it will score another run. Again, everybody up 90 feet. Peschke scores. It's 13-5.
Yeah, I mean, they just keep on rolling here. They're all over Patterson, just teeing off him. Would not be surprised if we saw a new arm here soon.
Like we said, we had Chihiro Sato down there, along with another arm for the Sox. Looks like it's Damian Pantoja potentially getting loose for the Sox. As O'Dooney will call time and go out to talk to Patterson, who has really run into a tough situation here in the 8th. Started with a pop-out to get Churchill, then a single from Johnson, walk drawn by Schinkel, RBI single from Peschke, another walk drawn by Kibon, RBI single from Moss, and finally an RBI single from Hattori. That's the final damage reports thus far in the top of the 8th inning. Here comes Quincy Vassar. There goes Luke Patterson. Hands off the baseball. Here comes Damian Pantoja taking over for him in the 8th inning with only one away. The Bells extend their lead to 13-5. We'll talk all about Pantoja when we come back. You listen to AppleSox Baseball on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Link Transit is your free, clean, and safe ride to where you need to go. Whether you need to go to work, school, run errands, or taking a day trip to Leavenworth or Chelan, Link can take you there. Save gas and don't worry about parking. Plan your trip with Google Maps, Apple Maps, or the Transit app. Skip the fuss. Take the bus with Link Transit.
Come experience the Tap Room by Hellbent Brewing at Pybus Public Market, your family-friendly destination for exceptional craft beer, great food, and a welcoming atmosphere. With 20 rotating taps featuring Hellbent craft brews and local ciders, plus a full bar and local wine list, there's something for everyone. Their chef-driven seasonal menu showcases the freshest local ingredients with bold American and Pan-Asian flavors in every dish. Open daily, visit the Tap Room by Hellbent Brewing and embark on a flavor-filled journey right in the heart of the Wenatchee Valley.
Hey, AppleSox fans, let's talk about community. Today's broadcast is proudly sponsored in part by the Salcedo Group of Companies, now celebrating 25 years of HVAC, electrical, and high-scale development excellence right here in the Valley. But Salcedo is more than business. They actively back over 70 regional schools, nonprofits, and teams. From global philanthropy to the home turf, Salcedo is proud to be locally grown and dedicated to our community. Thank you for investing in our Valley. Salcedo Group of Companies.
After an inning pitched, 4 hits given up, 2 walks, and only 1 strikeout, along with 3 earned runs, Patterson will finally take a seat on the bench. And it's Damian Pantoja coming out of the pen to relieve him, the right-hander from Lubbock, Texas, on the mound. He, of course, is making his 3rd appearance of the summer, a 4.5 ERA for him with 2 strikeouts, no walks thus far. And he's facing off against Rashad Hayes, the leadoff man for the Bells. Bases loaded. First pitch, line right to Jones at short, at third, reaches up, makes the catch, tries to double up. Kibon at third, not in time. That's out number 2, and what a play by Jones.
Yeah, snatched that all the way up. Great jump by him to haul it in, and just a little late to third and was not able to double him off.
So 2 away here in the 8th after that hard line drive right to Jones, using his height to take a hit away. Here's Jaden Jackson. First pitch on the upper inside corner right there for a strike.
Jackson 1 hit today and 2 runs scored.
2 outs, space is still loaded. Pantoja wants to leave it that way. Here's the pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Hampton beyond the bag. It gets underneath his glove into center. It gets behind Doyle in center. It scores 2. And now it's 15-5. The Bells are just pummeling the Sox.
Yeah, 2 errors there on the same play, Smith. And this is just looking a little rough for the Sox. It just reminds you of a game where the Sox are looking like a team who is lower in the standings. It's just hard to see them not play like they usually do.
15 runs for the Bells, only 5 for the Sox. Now it's Matt Churchill. The Bells have batted around. Pitch from Pantoja. Goes after it. End of the bat. Foul straight back.
And now Pantoja just seems to finish it off as Bellingham, a commanding lead.
Pantoja, 0-1 counts on Churchill. Here's the offering. Slider away. He takes it. It falls out of the zone. The count evens. And the Sox not looking like themselves in this game against their North Division rival. Here's the 1-1 to Churchill. Smashed to left field on a line. It'll roll all the way to the wall. 1 run scores, 2 runs score, 17-5. The Bells are not taking their foot off the gas.
And this is why errors come back to bite you, Smith. I mean, that is not the only thing that's happened in this 8th inning. But, man, Bellingham's heated up. The AppleSox pitching some mistake pitches. And then, of course, a lot of walks.
And it's a bit of a devastating day for the Sox. The Bells refusing to give them any hope of really crawling back into this game. 17-5 your score here in the top of the 8th inning. Pantoja now facing off against Nate Johnson with 1 runner on at second base. That's Churchill. Pitch to Johnson. In the dirt, picked by Owaduni. It's the first pitch ball.
Johnson, 2 runs scored today. He also had a double on the 5th.
He's got a runner on second base. Churchill, who had the RBI double a second ago. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Cracked to deep center field. Doyle going way back. Makes the catch over his shoulder. And he can finally rest. The side is finally retired. But the Bells beat the Sox into the dirt. 5 runs scored here. 7 runs scored here in the 8th inning. Off of 5 hits, 2 errors, and 1 man left out on the base paths. The Sox have a pretty tall mountain to climb here. So we head to the bottom of the 8th on the AppleSox Radio Network.
NCW.News is your source for accurate and intensely local news across North Central Washington. Part of Ward Media, an independent company committed to local journalism, NCW.News provides stories from our network-respected community newspapers. Stay informed with news from the Lakeshore Mirror, Leavenworth Echo, Cashmere Valley Record, Quad City Herald, and Wenatchee Business Journal. With over 100 years recording the region's history, NCW.News and Ward Media keep communities engaged on the issues that matter most. Visit ncw.news for local news you can trust.
Your teenage years are full of unknowns. Your bank shouldn't be one of them. With People's Bank Teen Access Checking, account holders can build healthy money habits while learning to manage their spending. There are no monthly service charges, no balance requirements, and if the parent or guardian has an existing People's Bank account, adding Teen Access takes less than 10 minutes. You know your teen, we know banking. Teen Access Checking from People's Bank. Easy for them, easier for you. Member FDIC.
Hi folks, Kelly Herschel from Valley Tractor and Rentals, your one-stop Kubota shop. Kubota and Valley Tractor is keeping it simple. You want the best-selling compact tractor? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling compact excavator? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling compact skid steer? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling diesel zero-turn mower? Buy a Kubota. You want the best? Buy a Kubota. Kubota and Valley Tractor since 1948, Baker Flats, East Wenatchee.
Connie Owaduni leads off for the Sox here in the bottom of the 8th inning. He swings at the first pitch, and it's a fly ball to right field. Keybon underneath it for the first catch and the first outs of the inning.
And I understand swinging at the first pitch there. I mean, it's a heater down the middle. But the Sox's bats have just struggled today with their approach. They need to see some pitches. They got to one up this pitch count because the Bells have just handled them all day.
Here's Bryce Hampton facing off against the left-hander Decker. The pitch to him on the inner edge for a strike. It's 17-5 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Sox rolled into the top of the 8th and get out of it, and they don't know what hit them. 7 runs put up by the Bells to extend their lead. And the 0-1 pitch to Hampton is spiked behind the plates. Ball 1.
And the Sox, you know, they got a mountain, like you said. And it truly is a mountain at that.
Let's see if they climb it. And here's the 1-1 to Hampton. High and away, he takes for a ball.
And there's little time to hike up it.
2 balls, 1 strike on Hampton, who is 0 for 3 today. Sack fly back in the second, but that's about it. Here's his 2-1. Inside, ball 3, and it's a 3-ball, 1 strike count on Hampton.
Hopefully he can draw this walk here, get on base, hopefully start something.
Get a rally going for the Sox. 1 away here in the 8th, then nobody on. Pitch to Hampton. Lower inside corner, but misses for ball 4. And the Sox have a base runner on here late in the game.
And now it's top of the order. The guy you want to plate, Rafael Dunn.
Now, he's been great for the Sox all season. Extended his on-base streak to 25 games, the longest on-base streak that we've seen all season. Also extended his hit streak to 4 games. Pardon me, it's Gage Wareham batting in lieu of Rafael Dunn. Late game pinch hits in the top of the order. And the pitch to Wareham falls off the table. He does not go with it. That's ball 1.
Yeah, Wareham, see if he can come in and, like you said, Smith, come in clutch in a pinch hit situation.
I wasn't expecting him. I was expecting Dunn. And you got Wareham. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball. He fouls through his legs to the Bellingham dugouts. And that's strike number 1.
Yeah, Wareham comes in relief every once in a while here. Maybe just get some fresh blood in there.
He's a real glue guy. Great personality on the bench. Keeps his team together. And now he wants to come up big late in this game. Here's his 1-1 pitch. It's it high to the left side, shallow in foul ground. It's Peschke, the third baseman, who reaches up and makes the catch in foul ground for the second out of the inning.
And like I said earlier, Smith, like, how many pop-outs have we seen towards the third baseman today? I mean,